Christmas spirit, Krampus.
Did you hear that, everybody? I think everybody could have caught that. That was
Penis, big old dick and balls. Look at him. He's so upset at me. I love you, Graham.
Hello. Hi. Welcome, everybody. You know what? Welcome, everybody. I hope you're always having a wonderful time. Well, happy Christmas Eve. And as Buddy would say, Santa's coming tomorrow. Yeah! I had to. I was just watching Elf before this, if you can't tell. I will not apologize.
It's Grimace.
My wife hates Will Ferrell movies, so that's an experience I have to live with.
Well, you know what, buddy? The Elf is not a Will Ferrell movie. It is a Christmas movie. Tell her that. And then if she says, I don't agree with that, you can say that Grim said, nay, interloper.
It's a Zoe Deschanel movie, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I also don't like her. So, I mean, like...
No one wins. No one. Hello, welcome everybody. We're in a mood, but that's great. We love to be in these moods. First and foremost, we have to get something out of the way to let everybody know. B, who plays Stoat, will no longer be with the campaign going forward due to some real life conflicts and things that just caused things that make it so we couldn't play any further with her. We will no longer be having part of the campaign. No bad blood or anything like that. We're all good to go, keep going forward. But we are informing you that this is going to be the 4-person campaign going forward. We don't know if we're ever going to add another 5th because we love each and every one of these players, and it would take some time if we were going to be getting someone else into the campaign. But we have these wonderful players, as we know, and I hope you guys are still excited to be here and play.
But Elise is
Hell
there.
fucking yeah.
Okay, if Elise ever fucking shows back up again in the radar, we're going to put her in a sack, stick her to the chair, and every Saturday tie her up again on it. Because
Yeah, I'm for that.
100%. It's not kidnapping when you return them after 3 hours.
Is that true?
Huh?
I'm learning so much about laws, guys.
I don't know about
That's
that.
Canadian kidnapping for
Yeah. Yeah.
Canadian kidnapping at its finest.
Just make sure you say sorry. It's fine.
No,
Look, y'all, it's not kidnapping if you offer them maple syrup and an opportunity to look at a moose.
no, it's none of that. It's none of that. The maple syrup, yes, but as long as you pay them 20 hours per their time, it's not officially kidnapping. It's called forceful employment, everybody. So
okay.
you can get around it because you paid them for their time.
Full employment.
Good to know.
It's
I'm
There's
for
the
this.
word for that, but we're not going to say that.
There is a word for that, huh?
Yeah, there is.
We're not going there. But once again, everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful time. Thank you so much for stopping by again. We're going to be pushing to the campaign, which we're going to be doing that recap, which the wonderful, the fantastic, honestly, probably now the far sexiest member of this group, the wonderful Roshan.
I
Hold on a
detest the
second.
implication.
He is literally
I
hot
also-
stuff.
Yeah.
It's physically, yeah. Hey, folks. Hi. Listen, we don't tend to subject you to this sort of thing twice in a row. But things happen, So here, take my hand. Ooh, hey, I got another little surprise in there for you. What is it? It's a piece of saltwater taffy. What kind of saltwater taffy is it, Splendor? The best one.
Black
The
licorice.
motherfucker is white with black stripes around the edge.
Black motherfucking licorice, right?
It's the skunk.
It's all
Just-
gross.
You
Oh,
don't- I don't
heathen.
fucking care. I'll eat it if you don't want it, but
So
take my hand
good.
anyways.
It's all bad.
We began last session at the end of the Void Hell puzzle. Stoat returned her gem. Very cool. We'd leave. Now, pillar puzzle. I really like. This is a second to talk about how good Grim's puzzles are because he can't stop me because I'm on recap. I really like the pillar puzzle. Those pillars were fucking weird, and it was in such a great way. So we turn these pillars very, very specifically so they tap down on their little plaques. And oh, what's that underneath the pillar? It's our gems. We touch them, we get some cool magic stuff. I think everybody got it was across the board +1 to DCs of the relevant school or type. So everybody steals a bunch of books, and by everybody I do mean Compton, Reyna, and Farron. Roshan, I don't actually. Yeah, you stole a book, didn't you, Farron?
Yes,
You
Yeah,
did.
of course he did.
I did.
They steal a bunch of books. Rashawn doesn't because he's a good boy who respects libraries. We then venture to the next chamber, which is a really weird one with these statues and a fountain and a bunch of torches. The fountain's empty, which is weird. And the statues talk to Farron saying, hey, let me out. It'd be really cool if you let me out. We don't do that. We then figure, put the torches out. Bucket in this weird invisible fountain. The fountain is visible, the water is not. Put out the torches, boom, done. Oh shit, the room's flooding. Compton goes under. Nah, guys, it's fine. It's not the water isn't real, it's a hologram. So we all submerge ourselves, and in all of her glory, there is Taurine Sarir, the teacher and administrator, I guess, of this vector of the school. She has a conversation with Farron, in which Farron says some dope shit about pain. Very cool. He is granted stewardship of this particular wing of the school, and by proxy, Zufem. And then Taurine Sarir asks us, hey, where do you want to go? We don't make a decision. She peers into our minds and sends us to hell. We're currently in hell. That is where we left off. We appeared in the snow. Also, because we're still doing this, like, meta... Oh, okay. No, Grim answered the question. Elise did not play in the parts that are available.
She played the single
review.
best Kenku I've ever seen and
I
or
love
witnessed.
MJ so goddamn much.
Fucking Splish Splash.
The Splash, yep.
Let's go. MJ?
Yeah, MJ was the best. Squawk, sound of the ocean. It was, utterly fantastic. I'm gonna get distracted because I'm just gonna gush about Elise for like half an hour. This is terrible.
I don't even remember how we got to MJ. Wasn't that a me thing? I don't even remember what I did.
Yeah. You MJ was stealing books.
Mockingjay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. All right.
And
Let
then,
me.
and then she brought me.
Yep, she did.
I mean, honestly,
left.
fair trade. Equal caliber.
But the problem is we never wanted the trade.
Yeah, but
Right.
it's like fucking Porcino Lestos.
No, for sure.
kinda
But I mean,
did that
look, what if they had
twice where
both
she-
left?
She
Right?
kind of did that
Ugh.
twice where she
Oh,
got me to work at
God.
the library and then left, and then did this with D&D as well.
I swear to God, if she ever tries to come and recruit you from our game for some other shit, just be like, nah.
I'll
Nah.
cut her.
I see what you're doing here.
I'll fight.
Yeah.
All right. So, as we ended the session, let me start up some wind, some wrestling wind going on.
Way on day.
Yeah.
What if it was actually said that way? Wouldn't that be gross? Way on day.
So, you all travel through the portal that was given to you. More, you weren't given a choice, as the portal opened up underneath your feet. Within the words tonight, it's going to be a rough one. Within the den, the study. There we go. Study was the word I was looking for. And you all found yourself rolling down this plain of snow as you finally get your bearings, and you wake up. Well, you get up and you see that you're surrounded by a swirl of snow, a raging storm, and all of you are about knee deep in the snow, shivering, shaking, as none of you were prepared for this weather. Roshan, you notice right away that your gem gives off a little bit of a faint glow, almost like a pulsing. You don't know it, but it was reminiscent to when Farron, you all entered into that swamp, and Farron's gem started to react and give off just almost like a beacon that you are maybe in the vicinity or somewhere near your school.
Out of curiosity,
Yes.
when I put my left hand, not my gem hand, in my pocket, and I touch that little piece of Hilgrid stone, is that reacting at all? Just
No, that one is completely dead.
okay. That's just good to know.
Yep.
Is it just like a general pulse, or like if I do a quick sweep pointing my like Roshan immediately upon recognizing this thing as something weird, just raises his hand and does a full circle?
You
Does
do
the
a full
sensation change at
circle?
all as I turn?
No sensation as you turn right now. It's more as in it's letting you know that you are in the vicinity. Most likely it's your job to figure out where you need to go next.
That tracks.
What do you all do?
I want to look around, see. I think my instincts right away are to look for somewhere that we can call shelter.
All right. You can either roll me a survival or perception check.
That would be survival for me. Let me
I
just
have
double check.
questions.
All right.
We're in a flurry.
You are in a flurry. You could probably see no more than 15, 20 feet in front of you.
I'm also gonna. Could I also use my like tremor sense to enhance that looking around?
Tremor sense will only let you detect if there are creatures moving around you.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, I also would like to know that.
You can definitely use a tremor sense for sure.
Use that all the time, I think.
Yeah.
While
Alright,
she's
so-
rolling, go ahead.
17. That's a 17. 28.
You can tell by the way the wind is blowing. There seems to be the wind when you're walking around. Two areas you're getting pelted by the snow a lot more forceful than the other. The rest, it almost seems like it's coming down off of something, and something probably far off in the distance is obscuring the path of the wind and snow. So if you head in that direction, you probably would find some type of mountainy area or cliffside, or maybe even just a buildup of snow that you could probably at least get out of this wind.
I'll point in that direction and say, I think we can find shelter over here. Shouting over the wind.
While that's happening, you said that it's like a flurry. Based on, I guess, I don't know how to describe this because it's not brightness. Can I tell if it's day or night?
You can tell right now it is day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Compton's a smart enough guy to know that sometimes you can get above the storm and see better, right? I think he's going to kind of look around and real fast. Obviously, not having the same kind of perception as Raina. Are we in like a valley? Does it seem like it's relatively flat for the most part here?
No,
or is it?
You guys did roll down like a rizzed area. You can't see too far off in the distance, but with like the shadows you are seeing in front of you, it's mostly at points where shadows kind of like dip up and down. It's probably a hilly type region, but not like you're in a canyon.
Okay, that's cool. So like rolling hills, not.
Yeah, you're an open plain.
Okay.
You're not down in a crevice.
All right. I think Compton will just cast light. He'll just kind of if Farron is nearby, he's actually going to reach out and touch Farron's staff and just put light on it because Farron's always holding it. So he's just going to touch it, put light on it. Like, all right, okay, this shit's it's cold. I don't like this. You think can one of y'all get maybe up? Maybe we can see what's happening above all the white.
Well, I think there's going to be a mountain or some sort of outcropping that is affecting the way the wind's flowing in that direction. We can also get out of the wind over there.
Yeah, I mean that ain't bad. Now, is the mountain where we're gonna find like a house with food in it, or like is it just gonna be a mountain I gotta sleep in the outside?
I mean, maybe. There's no other lead as far as the environment goes right now.
You got wings. You can fly. You could just. Okay.
Oh yeah. I mean, I could.
I
Do you want
guess
me
I'll
to...
just follow you around in the cold to a mountain where there ain't no, food or house.
I'll fly up to see if I can see anything further.
All right. Roll me. This one's going to be an athletics check as you are getting pelted by the wind with your wings flying upwards.
Okay. Go. 11.
11. So you all see Reyna. The shoes start to spread the wings, and they come up top, and then poof, these large, almost angel-like wings shoot at her back as she flies upwards. And you're pushing through the storm, doing the best you can. And as they're like flapping, the magic starts to like push down, and you feel like you're exerting yourself through the magic, and you probably get a good 40. Well, no, it'd be 60 per round. So probably about 200 feet into the air. And then you feel like you are getting exhausted. And either you land, go back down now, or the wind's going to take you and you're going to go flying.
Yeah, I'll go back down.
All right.
The wind's pushing too hard. I can't get much further than that.
I lost you a good 10 feet up because it's just hard to see. Did you? I take it you didn't see nothing.
Did I see anything, Grim?
You were getting just to the base of the clouds. You felt like if you could push a little bit further, you could have gotten above where the storm is and maybe seen something, but you just couldn't push up far enough.
Yeah, it just got, wider and more blinding the further I went up. So, no.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, I guess we just take our chances with the mountain. They probably don't have no houses or food. That's where we're finna go. All right, that's fine. Compton will sling his bag up on him, and he's gonna chuck Rashawn his little satchel bag that he's been carrying. Oh wait, is Rashawn still fucking hurting for strength?
I imagine I will continue to hurt until I do a sleep.
Yep.
Also, Rashawn is not in any state to catch this bag because the instant he did the sweep and felt nothing special with the stone, he has cast Produce Flame and is just like holding it in his hands and clutching it to his chest. Because, and this is worth like mentioning, Roshan is even less dressed for this weather than a normal person. He's wearing a vest. He's not wearing a shirt.
This is what you get for trying to be sexy all the time. You just got to be out here looking all hot.
He's dressed in super light clothing that is made to be worn in a desert.
Yeah, so you're all. This is not a good situation, as many of you are starting to get like very bitter cold down to the bones right now, as the wind is blasting through you, the chill coursing through your body. Like, it is not comfortable at all.
Okay, all right. Let's just go. Miss Rain, we're going to follow you because you obviously know what the fuck's going on. And then hopefully we're going to find some place to I don't know, get the fuck out this cold and then figure out where we're going to go because this shit sucks.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
Farron, you even feel this cold?
My last few weeks.
I would say Farron would feel this cold. As a normally cold individual, he is now even colder, and he is dying. He's got his cloak wrapped up around him, like kind of like a cocoon. And like in the old timey cartoons where they like just uncontrollably shiver and their like bones are shaking. That's him right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's not doing okay.
So as you all keep pushing towards where Reyna says she felt the wind being less forceful, I need everybody to roll me a Constitution saving throw as we roll for an exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
DC is going to be 12.
This is an important question. How far have we traveled up to this point for
About
this check?
About 20 minutes.
About 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Dirty 20. Dirty 20 on the Joey die.
All right.
That was a 6.
All right.
I
Also
get a
dirty 20.
15.
What was that, Roshan?
A 15.
15? All right. So the only one, weirdly enough, the person from this region, it's the only
The air
one.
is different here. I just spent a bunch of days in Faye. The air is different.
So you're
That
all,
altitude change.
you're all pushing through. Roshan keep having his flame at him, keeping himself warm the best he can. Compton and Farron, weirdly enough, they feel the bitter cold, but their body seems to just push through it. And Reyna, you're going through, you weren't ready for it. The overall areas you've been in maybe you've adapted too much to them, but you start to feel that harsh cold once again, and your body just wasn't ready. So you take 1 point of exhaustion. As you all start to see this large rising mound of a shadow start to appear off in the distance. And you can tell once again that it is not a mountain top, but almost a large hill that starts to block the wind as you see the snow kind of billowing off of it, and you get into that point underneath of it. But it does rise up high enough that you see it disappear into the storm. And at the very base, you see a crack where maybe you all could shimmy in and get out of the cold. But where you're looking at right now, it is very, very tight.
Maybe there's
Is
some
it-
food and a house in that crack, Compton.
Is it stone or is it just look like impacted earth?
It is stone.
Fuck. If I kick around on the ground anywhere, actually, I'm just gonna make a snowball. I'm gonna reach down.
Yep.
I'm gonna pick up some of this snow. I'm gonna pack it into a snowball, and I'm gonna transfer the light that I cast from Farron's
Staff.
stick. Yeah, his wood, and I'm gonna put it on the snowball. And then I'm just gonna I'm gonna throw it down this crack
Okay.
and see about how far away it actually goes before it starts opening up, and then more importantly, if it gets narrower.
All right. As you throw it down into the cave, you see that it lights up. You can throw it. What would we say? 20 feet? How was your strength score?
It's a reasonable 11.
What a reasonable 11. So, okay, 1 second. So you could throw this. All right. Yeah, you could throw this about 25, 30 feet. All right. You go there. You throw it inside. From where you've seen the light, it doesn't get any tighter. If it does widen up, just not very much at that length.
But when the snowball lands, the light that's cast shows that this goes much deeper.
Yes.
Okay. Would my ability with my dark vision give me any insight? Like, does this dead end? Does it like T, or does this just go and open?
It goes and starts to open slightly.
Okay. Compton's gonna look around at the group to see who's the biggest one of us, because we're all kind of lithe people, I think, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I can. It looks like this is going to be a tight fit, right? But I think we can get in there. It does open up quite a ways now, a bit. We don't know what's going to be on the other side. I can go first, just because if anything
me-
tries to. Okay. Yeah. What?
Check it out first.
Like alone?
I just want to look at it.
Like by
No,
yourself?
I'm not going to go in. I'm
Well,
not
then-
going in by myself. Let me look.
Okay. Okay. I mean,
I just-
look, Compton steps aside. I mean, you're always welcome to look. I mean, I'm not trying to take. What do you want? What are you looking for?
You don't want a big, like, fuck off group of wolves or something to come out of there, so I'm just gonna make sure.
Let's not start the
Grab my
wolf
one
thing
and check
again.
out.
It's time to kill some wolves. It's been too long. The wolves have had it too good.
I'm hungry. I'm hungry for it. No.
Look, right? No, look. If you want, my thought was it's a small crevasse, and anything try to come at me, I was just gonna set on fire. But look, whatever you want to do, that's fine.
Well, you can go first. Let me just look at it.
There's people around. I feel uncomfortable showing it to you right now. It's also cold
There you
out.
go.
It's just not the opportunity. Like, I know it's been a minute since we've seen each other, but can we just wait?
That's how you get frostbite on your dick.
Yeah, see, look, the God told me once that this is how I get frostbite on my dick. Maybe I'll just show it to you later. Are you talking about you're talking about the cave. Okay, you can take a look.
Yeah, so Griff, I just want to check to see if there are any, like, animal tracks or anything indicating that the cave is...
Yeah, I would say this is
Travel.
survival check on this one.
That is a 14.
with a 14, you see that there are some prints. You see some that kind of match, resemble like a fox. You see some that kind of almost look a little bit cat-like on them, which probably a winter lynx or something like that. But looking at like the wedge that this is going through, even all of you are going to be very tight-fitting trying to get through this. So anything that may be inside there, as long as there is no back entrance to there, would be no bigger than all of you to get inside of this place.
I mean, okay, so it looks like maybe foxes, maybe some lynx. If we're not scared of those, I say go in.
How? This is a good question. Compton is going to, before he goes in, because he'll go ahead and get to the front. But as he's going to go in, I want to inspect the edges of the cave entrance to see if anything is worn in any particular fashion that looks like something might be passing in and out of this and rubbing across the edge, so that it's not like a natural edge, but it's more of like that rounded.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Make me an investigation on this one for you.
Okay, and this is specifically like Raina's looking for animals. Compton's worried about
People.
some weird ass druid who lives in the fucking woods, right? Okay, investigation. That is 15, 10, 25.
25. You see in here that though it is not magically made or man-made in that way, wizards you've met in the past who have dug tunnels using magic. This one here seems to be a natural crevasse, but you do notice, since you are going further into the crack, that there looks to be either scratch marks or cut marks on the sides, where not someone like jabbed into the side of the cave, but maybe someone's equipment scraped against the walls, took some chunks off of it, and kind of like the blade slid across it. More like travel marks, right? People have been probably in and out of here every once in a while.
Okay, but it's nothing that looks fresh.
No.
Okay, cool. Compton will note that as he pushes in, and then he's going to continue just moving forward. I'm assuming we're sideways, right? Like back to one wall, chest to the other. Is that like what you're talking about in terms of narrow?
No, like one, then one, then one.
Okay. Then he's going to continue moving forward, and he's just going to. He doesn't have the light in front of him because he can see in darkness, so that's fine. But he will have the light on Farron's staff again, just so that there is some light with us, and then he'll move forward.
Sounds good. So as you all push further down this cave, you start to see that as you travel further and further, it does start to widen up, where you all could now, instead of like shuffling through the crack, you can now walk at a normal pace. Not, width-wise, but what would it be? Not walking this way, but you can just walk normal through it. Kind of put your arms stretch a little bit more. It's not a tight fit. With your dark vision, you start to see that it actually does open up in front of you. Do you keep pushing forward?
Yeah, but I'm also concerned. Hey, you know what I realized we was doing now that we're out of the wind? This is a good time to have a little conversation because you're stuck and you can't really do nothing about it. I don't know how the folk out here live. Is it possible that we're just like encroaching upon the settlement of any kind of folk that might be mad that we done did that?
Into a cave?
I
You're
don't
worried that
dwarves live underground. What do you mean into a cave? All of these places are living spaces for somebody.
I mean, I guess there is a chance, but no larger of a chance here than anywhere else.
Yeah, but didn't your Meemaw live in a cave? Isn't that where you had that magic spell done with the purple flowers? No, it wasn't a cave.
It was not a cave, no.
Oh, I just imagine that. Then that's fine. I don't like it in here. Actually, it's a problem.
Raina, actually, for you, you do know that hunters sometimes if they do find a place safe from the snow, sometimes hunters do make base camps if they know that they are within a day out of a day's travel of a settlement. So though this would be surprising if you did find one, but sometimes they do make little base camps if they find a hidey hole. But who knows?
Yeah. I still think that it's no more likely than in a different place.
Okay, so we're safe then. All right, I'm gonna keep going.
Probably there might be one lone hunter there.
One lone
Not someone.
hunter all alone. Compton starts singing a little song. In the cave where he's calling it his home because he's scared of the whiteness outside because it's cold and it's just too damn cold. I'm not good at making up songs on the spot, but it just makes me feel a little bit better. Yeah, thank you. Farron, you got a good singing voice. Can you round that out?
Way to put me on the spot.
Farron can say no.
Farron's just gonna hum the same tune. Can I do a roll to see how good it is?
Yeah, you can roll performance if you like, for sure.
Natural 20.
Oh, fuck. Look at that. The problem is, so here's the problem with the natural 20 in this one. It's better than what Compton did.
Yes.
So like you add an extra verse to it, you kind of make it the lines go down. It's like, and if you leave the snow, you take away the cold for me. Oh, I can't wait to get warm.
You didn't have to showboat about it, but I mean, goddamn, that was good.
Well, you asked. I'm sorry.
No, I know, and I'm glad I did because now you're gonna sing me all the time. It was so God. It's like a voice of an angel. It's so good. It's so good.
Thanks.
He just keeps pushing forward.
All right. So, as you push forward, just go this, and we'll pull you over to here. There's a trap all along, everybody. Just so you know.
I don't like that.
So, those of you who have dark vision, you see that the cave actually does start to widen out. It is very much, once again, you're like touching the walls. It is a natural hole, like formed cave. And you do see that the stones haven't been like pushed aside. They haven't been druid formed. They haven't been used magic. Just someone or some people have started to put, like, you see some crates in the corner, you see some lumber, an old campfire pit. Where you're all standing, you can't see the tent currently, but when you move around, you will find it. But it does look like this is some type of hideaway hole or hovel that, as Raina would know, people who are just outside or like trappers, hunters who are farther away from civilization and need somewhere to stay through these types of storms would hide away in.
If it looked dark when we got in here, but
it's not a house, but
look, I know, and there's also just like no food either. But Compton will prestidigitation and start the coals that are in this campfire pit.
Yep, and so the fire will start right back up. Which, kabam!
Oh hell yeah! Hey, Rashad, come get hot. I mean, look, I don't know. That was accurate still, partially. I'm
fine over here. And he has once they entered this place, summoned his flame blade and just has it sitting in his lap.
Have to sit in your lap, nice. Yeah, so you guys light up the fire. Does anybody, you do see that there's a lean-to with what looks like a very large pile of pelts. You see some look like bear pelts, wolf pelts, all sorts, that someone has made a makeshift bed in this area that when you get inside, like if you touch them, they're not, of course, the highest of qualities, but they will keep someone warm inside of here through the nights.
Can I investigate to see, like, when the last time somebody might have slept in here would have been?
Sure. You can roll me an investigation going through this, and not just for the bed. We'll say for overall the hovel.
Yeah. Investigation. Stupid here. Hold on. 25.
25. As you're going around, you look through the pile of like resources. You find like there's jerk inside there. There's actually some like fruits and vegetables. So if someone is using this, it probably either been currently in use, or the person just left, or will be coming back, because if someone has any like fruits or vegetables in here, they wouldn't been gone for very long, that they haven't started to rot or mush or anything like that.
Okay. Well, Compton, here's some food. I will say though that somebody has been here pretty recently. Um, can I borrow just like a pen and a piece of paper?
Oh, yeah, you want? Yeah, okay, yeah. And then Compton will dig in his bag and pull out a parchment, and then summon his quill, and then hand it to you. It's like, oh, what you
I'll
finna
do
write?
that. Well, I just want to make sure that if the person comes back, that they know that, like, that we don't surprise them when they come in.
You finna leave a note for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, naturally. Come on.
Yeah. That way, if they are an angry folk, they know that we're in here and can prepare themselves versus us also kind of, okay, yeah, that's fine. Nobody's trying to
Well,
hurt us here.
I just think it would be better for them to, rather than come in and not immediately attack. Either way, they were gonna attack.
Yeah, it's
They're
always
gonna
better when
attack
people have an
anyway.
opportunity to plan an attack than to have to do so it,
Well, I'm
Yeah.
already prepared. Here.
Yeah, no, I get it. This is so good. This is dangerous, guys. Just go leave them a note.
So Reina, are
Yeah.
you going up to like the entrance of the cave, like near the beginning?
I was going to.
That's a yes. Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
So as you are going up to the front of the cave, you start to hear like the crunch, crunch, crunch,
hmm
a little off in the distance of heavy footfalls trying to get through the snow.
Okay. I'll turn back around and come back in. Just. All right. Well, there is somebody coming, just so we know, and we're aware. Do you want to wait for them to get in here to announce ourselves, or do you want to go out there and say hello?
I mean, that all seems this whole thing feels kind of shitty. What if we just say hello, like from in here, because the sound will travel, and be like, "Hi, we're in here. We know you're coming. Please don't hurt us." They're not finna hurt us, right? They're good people.
We don't know that. We should put our friendliest face up front.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that I'm gonna go out there.
Why can't they? Okay, that's fine. They All right. Nobody
I
else
just
is
think it's
upset about the fact
weirder
that we
that,
was
like,
just
imagine if
teleported
you were
like
coming.
across the continents. This is fucking crazy. And you're just gonna go talk to these people. We have no idea who these folks are, but you're just gonna be like, "Oh hi, I found you in a snowstorm.
Well, I
We're
mean,
in your
you think
house."
about it. If you would you rather come home and find somebody inside your house or outside your house?
When there's
Should we
people
send?
still, yeah.
Should we send somebody else with her, or what are we doing here?
Yeah, one of you could come with us. You guys could come with me if you want. I just think it's better if we meet him out there.
Roshan is gonna start standing up.
Thank you,
It's
Roshan.
a process, but he will join her at the mouth of the cave.
This poor man.
All right.
This is terrible. I just want to say that this feels like a very bad plan. But hey, if we die, we die together, and maybe if I'm lucky, I can get back into the cave so I don't die cold.
If you start to die, I'll push you back into the cave.
So
Thank you. Set me on fire, maybe that would also help.
I just need to make sure I understand this correctly. So you all shimmied back through the cave tunnel back to have this conversation, and then you're trying to shimmy back to the front of the cave to greet this fellow, right?
Yeah, we were 100% going to run into this person in the middle of the passageway.
No problem. So
Mid shimmy.
Raina
There's
and
no way we beat
Roshan,
him back to the mouth of the cave.
Roshan and Raina start to shimmy back through the tunnel. What are Farron and Compton doing as these two are just like, all right, and just like moving through the tunnel back again, hastily, of course.
Farron is still singing the song under his breath
God, I wish that was cool.
while getting warm by the fire.
All right.
Compton is doing calculations going like, it is a real confined space. If I try to do a fireball, it's going to blow everything up. Maybe I got to do, I could do flaming hands, but then if they're in the way, they're going to get hit too. Rashawn's fired though, so he's been fine. But Miss Raina, I like her a lot, and she just got back. I don't want to burn her, so maybe I got to do like a fireball, but that's not going to work too well neither. And he's just like going through all these, like, I got to blast this motherfucker. Like, that's his thing.
All right. So as you guys are doing your thing in the cave, as who is leading, Roshan or Raina?
I will.
All right, Raina, you're pushing your way through, like doing the shuffle. Dun, 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 dun. And as you go through, you hear from the opposite end, like the shimmying and like crunching of the stone, things scraping all along the walls. As the other person, everyone, hey. You a fellow hunting troop? Find the hideout, trying to get out of the storm. I'm coming through, so I ain't going back out. But you can push back and then come back out after I'm come through. Cold.
Oh, well, that's good. Okay, yes, we're all gonna go back in. Roshan, go back. Go back.
The instant he heard a voice, he started moving back.
All right. And you will hear like you guys are scraping through, and this person, whoever it is just like pushing the wall and just moving much quicker than you guys. But his is like pure brute force moving through this cave while you guys are nimbly shifting through. He's just like grabbing the stone wall and just drags himself along the wall through it. So you can already tell he's probably a pretty beefy individual as he's coming through this tunnel.
Beefy.
Once we get back in, Roshan is immediately going back to his place up against the wall.
All right.
I'll stay here.
You're fine. Okay, so we don't got to shoot nobody. This is good. I was getting so concerned. I was sleeping my fire.
Well, we might have to shoot him in a second.
We still got to maybe shoot somebody. Okay,
I think it's just but he's going to be here in a minute. Right behind us. He's right there.
And as you're all whispering, you see this large individual. I will show him to you all.
All right.
Starts to shimmy out of the cave and just has this giant wolf on his back that he's just kind of been dragging with him through the cave. It almost boggles the mind that he is able to push through. But Raina, you can tell right away he is a storm giant elf. He is an offspring of the same race that you are. He is a thunder elf. While you're a stormkeeper elf, he's a giant blood elf. He doesn't even really, he half-heartedly, oh, there, it's a real bad one out there. Storm isn't going to be letting up time any soon. And he takes the wolf and goes over, lays it in the corner, just starts cutting it, having his back to you all. Has this giant broad axe all along his back. He just starts skinning this wolf alive.
It's alive?
Not alive. Sorry. Skinning it right now. He's not skinning it alive. That'd be terrible.
everybody at home, I want you to remember, nobody in our group killed this wolf. Wasn't us.
Nope.
Wasn't an us thing. Right? Okay. Just so we're aware. Compton looks at this guy and then looks at Raina, and then looks at this guy and then looks at Raina, and then looks at this guy and feels really small. And he just kind of leaves the area. He's like, I don't fucking like that guy.
Yeah, this guy stands at about 6'7".
Well, that and he's
swole.
Nobody saw me, guys. I puffed up. He's big. So Compton goes over to this this lean-to that has all the pelts in it, and I'm gonna grab one of like what I'm hoping to be. I'll sift through and find one of the cleaner or newer looking ones, and then I'm going to grab it, shake it out, and toss some prestidigitation on it, and just kind of like try to clean it up as much as possible, and add like a pleasant scent to it, and take it over to Rashawn, who I can only assume is like, regardless of sitting chill, he's probably sitting there like shivery. So
Yeah,
I'm
it's just
yeah.
it's constant produce flame. Trying to warm up a little bit more, a little bit faster than the fire will.
So I'll grab one and then I hand it to him, but like offhandedly, because then I'm like, look at it right now, and then this guy again, right, and then this guy again, and then right now.
If you do look at Roshan, he's also staring at this guy.
Yeah, good to know.
How goes the hunt?
Oh, today
Yeah.
was around these parts. It's going all right. Around this time, shouldn't be much of a problem. Within a day or two, the hunt's gonna be a little bit worse. Should calm down though within another week or so. So, came out for one last hunt before heading back to town.
What's the what is the nearest town here?
Oh, the nearest town, actually. Well, the biggest one, well, where I'm from, Yorlindra. Let me just type that for you all. Yorlindra is what he said.
That is not what I wrote. Okay.
Does that name, if I did like a
Yeah,
history
does
check,
that-
will that name pop out anywhere?
You guys can do a history check. Raina is, you can have, Raina, you don't even need a history check, actually. You do remember Yorlindra. It actually is on the outskirts of a place you know very well. On the outskirts of the Misted Moon Forest.
Great.
When you popped out,
Great.
that was the first town you were in before you just got further and further away. Everybody at home, if you don't see Em's face, she's super stressed out right now.
We love to be here. So, I mean, not that travel time matters as when you're escaping from a tiny Fey pocket.
Yep.
But it took me about like 2 weeks to get to the city. About how long did it take me to get here to Yorlindra?
Oh, you mean from Learnwick? You mean 2 weeks to Learnwick, right? And how from the Fey portal to here? Half a day. Yeah. A day. It's right on the outskirts of it.
Okay. Oh. Yorlindra. Okay. Great. That's nice. All right. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. I do have a question for you, though. Looking at all of you and your companions, you seem quite underdressed for the current situation you find yourselves in. Do you have some type of, and he kind of looks at your other companions, not dismissively, but knowing what they are, and he's like, they are type of magic men who keep you warm in those, looks at Roshan, light garb.
I keep her warm. That's true. That's a fact. I done knew that.
Roshan also, he straightens up a little when he looks at him, just kind of, he preens a little bit. Not trying to show I'm competent. It's like, I don't have to be competent. I'm pretty.
1 second. +3 insight.
I mean, I think
a 19. He looks.
Raina would be pretty well dressed for the weather, right? Because I just came from.
You're the only one. That's why he said your companions.
What is he inciting?
You.
I keep her warm. That's true.
Just your tone.
I don't know this motherfucker, and he's big. And he's
Yeah,
attractive.
we didn't expect to be here out in this storm, or obviously they didn't. They forgot to pack their warms.
Ah, traders. Yes, yes. That makes sense. We've had many traders who come in not expecting the gold. Looking at yourself.
Oh, I know. I've met them.
Yes. You yourself, if I had to guess, I apologize. Stormkeeper heritage?
Yeah.
Yes. The giant blood does not run as deep through you, but still, kinship. If you are their guide, they must be in trusted hands. I assume, were you born in this region, or are you from the outskirts?
I was born in Lernwick, but I grew up in the wilds here.
Ah, no, you are part of the tundra, Lordwick. Though more civilized, they are still apart, so we have kinship. That is nice. You all, where are you headed? Where do you go? If these are traders, are they looking to trade in your Lindra, or are they going? Are you going? Oh, are you also heading to Lernwick?
I am not exactly sure where our next destination is. But it's good to know that your Lindra is so close.
Oh,
We might end up doing some business there.
well, if you need a guide there directly, I'm going to be heading back. Going to rest here for the evening. Well, not even for the evening. Whenever the storm dies down, I will be heading back. You need a guide there? Kind of looks at you again, kind of, because you're full in your garb when you were traveling, so you do look like a traveler. But if you can guide them, no problem. The companionship is always nice, and just in case of roaming beasts a burden, I can always have the assistance. Yes, if you go into my pack, I did not know if I was going to have to sleep here. I have extra shawls that you could pass out to your companions. I would appreciate them returned when we get to Yolindra, but for now, they should help your companions stay warm.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Thank you.
No problem. Kind of raises his hand up, and the whole thing, he's been doing his work the whole time while talking, right? And he just raises his hands up to all of you. Elmist is my name. My new friends. May I get yours?
I'm ready.
My name's Compton Wheeler. Just, yeah.
The man who provides warmth, yes.
My name is Roshan. I am actually very warm. If you, I mean, you don't look like a man who gets cold, but just something to keep in mind. And he'll gesture up to his hair. I'm fire, so I am warm. You know, just a thought. Roshan. He'll like gesture over to Farron, and like fucking say something.
Farron's not here at the moment.
No.
Farron says he's Farron.
Farron is
Also,
staring at the fire.
Yeah, I did cast Detect Thoughts, by the way, on him during that.
Oh, yeah, he says stupid merchants never dress right for the weather.
So ultimately, the whole time during that conversation, he's shit talking us.
No, he just says stupid merchant. Like the part of the conversation, super merchants not dressed for the weather. Just doing my work. Oh, I have shawls in my bag. Like he is literally thinking what he is about to say before he says it to all of you. He does not seem to be a man who has much deeper thoughts, as far as you can tell.
I'm not.
I
gonna
love
probe.
a straightforward man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna probe.
I'll grab the shawls and come over and hand them out.
Yeah, and for Roshan, when you put this on, because your strength is so weak, like these things are heavy. Like very heavy. So even you're like, oh, whoa, okay. And this guy's carrying, probably looks like about 8 of them in that bag.
Wait. How do you say his name again?
Elmist.
Elmist.
Yeah.
With a T. Okay.
Elmist.
All right. Mr. Elmist, sir. Thank you so much for your hospitality in this whole it's not a house. Miss Raina had told me that this don't count as a house. I mean, I think there's like a shack over there on the side. I feel like it's house adjacent. Do you got a door anywhere?
Shelter.
No, the tunnel works as a natural door. The snow does not blow in. If it does, the crack, not much further. And this is no hovel at best.
All right. About how far is the travel to Yorlindra?
Yolindra, yes. Probably full day from here. If we leave, the snow gives up within the next hour, we will arrive early morning tomorrow. I would recommend you all get to rest now, as I do not sleep at night in the snow.
Why not? What's that about?
That is how you freeze to death or get eaten.
That's good to know. You're telling me the cave's not well insulated to the cold.
Well, no, we can sleep here. Either way, if we leave, we will have to travel through the night, so why waste time? You can sleep here as much as you wish, but out in the open, on the walk back, no.
Compton's thinking, right? He's trying to do this math. It was daytime when we got here. He's assuming it's roughly the same time. With my 29 on my history for this little town, do I at least know that it's a town close to Lernwick?
No.
It's
So
not
2 weeks.
close.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. So from a geographical standpoint,
By
is
2
the
weeks,
time of
you guys are
day-
going to be right in the middle of... Sorry, time of day. I apologize. I'm interrupting.
no, yeah. So, because like ultimately, I know where we came from. We were teleported out of a swamp over
Yep.
in the east
Yes.
or the west. I apologize. So, for where we went, did we get hours in our day or did we lose hours in our
You
day?
gained hours in your day.
And he's just trying to kind of do this math. Is it morning time here? Okay.
Yeah, because it was
So
about
if-
midday when you guys were all in the dungeon, right? Now
Okay.
it's morning here.
Because
By the
his,
way he's
his
talking.
thought process to the way he's talking, if it's going to take a full day of travel, I'm assuming a full day of travel is dusk to dawn or dawn to dusk, right? I'm aware that Rashawn is not in a good way, right? From a
Mhm.
strength perspective, we know he's sapped of energy. I don't think Reyna has let on that she's feeling the effects of the cold, right?
No, she has not.
S-
So,
So,
yes, correct.
so Compton, I think, is kind of wondering in his head. He's like, I don't know if we should push out without getting a real rest. Like an hour of sleep is not enough sleep if we're having to trudge through fresh powder for a day,
Hmm.
because that's
agree.
not an easy walk, right? So with that information, he'll talk and say, okay, so here's the thing though. We actually just came from a very arduous situation in which my friend Rashawn over there ain't feeling top notch. You see, Rashawn over there, he's very hot. He's warm to a touch. You'd like it. He ain't feeling too good though. And it's coming down some fierce outside. Now fresh powder ain't easy to walk through, especially for us little folk. So is it possible we could actually get some true rest before trying to set out? Or is this like 1 hour thing set in stone?
No.
If you're heading out too, I mean, you can just give me the direction and I can lead us there.
If you need to rest, the rest is fine. If you wish for me to travel with you, I can travel with you. If you wish for me to leave you alone, I can leave you alone. That is fine. If you do wish to travel by yourselves, I do not mean to impose on your journey. If you wish to return my cloaks, you can find me at the Sleeping Giant. That is where I often stay.
I'm familiar with it.
Well, if you not need my help, I will rest here until the snowfall goes, and I will leave myself. Otherwise, if you wish for me to travel with you, I can stay the night, and we can all travel tomorrow. Turns back to his wolf and starts cutting.
All right. I don't know how y'all feel about it. Yeah, Rashawn, you
I-
trying to walk like?
Well, once I will warn you, as a common courtesy, the cave walls echo quite well loudly. So if you are to whisper about me, you must do it extra quiet. Otherwise, if you wish to talk about me, I don't get offended very easily. Just wanted to give you that warning.
Okay.
Thank you, Elmet.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. I do want to travel with a very attractive elf man, actually, so I'm fine with him coming with us.
Compton looks
He
at
says at a
Rashawn, just like
perfectly normal tone of voice. He's not even trying to whisper.
Compton looks at Rashawn and is just like, okay then. Right. Are you okay? Fine. That's like all's all done and good then, I guess. Farron, how you doing?
For
I was-
fuck's sakes, okay, I also want to travel with a very attractive human man. Oh, what a big fucking deal. Are we done? Can I go to sleep?
Go to sleep.
Okay, great. I'm just gonna leave. And he places his bottle in front of him and pulls the cork and goes to fucking bed. His bottle's just sitting in the shawl now.
I need to talk to you.
Wait. That was sneaky as fuck. I was busy like sulking a little bit and I didn't expect you to come up on me like that. Did I do something? What happened? I
No.
mean, look, okay. What?
The place, the town where he's from. That's like hours away from the place where I came from. No.
Like where you've been gone for the past bunch of days for
No.
you?
Graham, what's it called again? The moon something.
Yep.
Forest.
It is the Misted Moon Forest where you come from.
The misted moon forest. It's like on the edge of the forest.
That's the place where your bad Meemaw lives.
Yes.
Okay.
In not a cave.
And not a cave.
Yeah.
A crevasse. I
No,
get
she
it.
doesn't live in a crevasse either.
You guys actually have seen her home.
Yeah, we did
it
with the
was like
door.
a nice little cabin.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could have sworn that when we talked about the ritual of you getting this tattoo, it was in a dank ass cave. That's why I brought that up. But I mean, that's fine. Rob's
It was in a
bad memory.
clearing in the forest.
Yep,
I thought
was.
I thought it was like it had the weird smoky mushrooms. Like it's fine.
It had mushrooms.
Okay. Okay. That's not necessarily good. But wait a second. She cannot leave it, right? Like what's her name in the other wood? Why do we keep coming upon these woods that is fake? That's not real for real folk?
I don't know. But I also don't know if she can leave it. I don't know how the rules work.
Does she know? Well, wait a second. You got your necklace
she
though,
doesn't know
right?
that I'm here. What?
You got your necklace though, right? The one to keep you safe.
Yeah.
Oh fuck it. She don't know you're here. What you want? She can't do shit, right? I mean, you're
I know.
good.
She's just gonna give me the willies.
Oh yeah, no, I can understand that. Well, you could just fuck off. I mean, wait a second. How long are we supposed to be here for? Baron, was you paying attention to what's her face when she told you how long we were supposed to be here for?
No.
Because it literally just happened.
Less than an hour ago.
Yeah.
Ghost doesn't remember.
No.
Because my pea brain.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
it was
yeah.
2 weeks ago. It's
Once
fine.
again, like I said, it literally in game just happened
So
45 to an hour ago.
remind Ghost, please.
Yeah, she informs you that you are getting teleported near where the school is.
Okay.
You cannot find the entrance to the school or get into the school unless you are bathed in the light of the Tulamine moon. Which all of you know, the Tulamine moon happens
Oh,
every
no.
90 days.
It's also when the great Graham.
Okay, can I talk about this? So we have until Tulamine Moon, which is in about 90 days or so. Thank you, Farron, for
Yeah.
that. You're such welcome
Actually-
information. I love you.
You're
But
welcome.
Due to the calendar, and everybody roll me an intelligence check to keep track of the in-game calendar, because to kind of know where you guys are in date because I
I feel
have the
like I should
calendar.
be exempt. I should be exempt from this because I was gone. And
Oh yeah, your
is-
time is all messed up. You have no idea what
Yeah.
day it is, so, Raina. Don't even try. Like,
Dirty 19.
ooh, so what is with your intelligence? What is that like?
No, that's what I'm saying. If I'm
Oh,
only
with
adding
it-
my intelligence,
yeah.
it's
19's more than
+5.
enough.
Yeah.
So the funny part is today is the 18th. The 18th is actually the 18th of Delphin is the night of the Tulamine Moon.
Today?
Yep.
Shit.
So we either get this shit done today or we have to wait 90 days.
There's no way we get it done today because everything's fucked up.
Well, if we sleep, it's morning. So if we sleep right now, then
No,
the night's
okay.
when we
Hold
wake
on.
up.
That's a good thought. I like it. That's good. We should go to sleep. I missed you, but that's not the point. Here's the thing I'm thinking. And I didn't mean sleep. Don't make it that way. I mean, we can make it that way, but don't do it right now. There's
If
no
you're
point.
going to bang, keep it down, please.
If we're gonna bang, I'm gonna ask you if you want to look at. There's some ripples I like. Well, just hold on. Let's just. Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, here's my thought. What are the off chances that maybe this school that is we're looking to find that can only show once every 90 some odd days or so is in the fuck off woods that we don't want to go to? Because it does seem like a good place to hide a school if you was finna do that.
Could be there.
Like, okay.
Also, the full moon is the day when the veil between Fae and Fae realm and our realm is the thinnest.
This is why it makes sense then that this is where that school might be, because that's how we get into it. Because Grim,
I was gonna say, how loud are you guys talking? Is my question. Just normal voice?
Normal voice. He can
Yeah.
hear me whisper. I mean, like, there's not much I can do about it.
No, that's fine. It's not an issue. It's just he's gonna pipe up sooner or later as you guys talk. Continue.
I can cast blindness, deafness if needed.
Don't do that.
No, because that's just that puts on the airs that we're doing something we shouldn't be doing, but we're doing what we're supposed to do first. So okay, hold on. So
Okay.
here's my thought. If we got to use Tulamai Moon to find this place, then it makes sense that it would be a place that is affected by the Tulamai Moon, and there ain't nothing else around here maybe that's affected by the moon except for maybe the veil between these two spaces, right? Does that track?
Oh,
Did I go too fast? Did I say too much?
no, my internet stalled. I missed most of that.
Long story short, we were teleported to a place specifically to find the next school.
Mhm.
The only clue that we have is that we have to wait for the Tulamine Moon for this. If where we're at is right on the edge of the woods, and the woods is in a different realm, and that the Tulamine Moon is when the veil between realms is thinnest, it stands to reason the school is on the other side of the fucking edge of the woods, right? It stands to reason.
Yeah,
Fuck.
but I think we should just go outside at moonrise and see what we can see, what looks different. If we gotta go
Compton's
in
gonna-
the woods, we gotta go in the woods.
Now that we're in a new place, Compton's gonna take the book out of his bag.
Okay.
And out of the iron box. Does the front of the book look different now?
You see that where the gem that was in Farron's hand is no longer a gem, is a keyhole.
Okay. Does Farron have a key? Did Farron get a key?
He no longer has a gem. Remember, he had a
It's a
key embedded
key.
in his hand. He
Yeah.
never took it off, but if he tries to peel it off, it comes right off.
Can he put it back? Like, this is important. Does it go back in that hand slot?
It doesn't. There's no slant slot, but he can stick it back where it was, and it's almost like a magical magnet.
That's so weird.
Don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Okay. So that's a problem. Okay, we're going to address the door in a second. That's fine. There's no new map though on it. Like, remember how originally when the book changed, it had that symbol. It does now.
No, there is no new map.
Fuck.
It's almost like it's getting harder as it goes on.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to. I don't mean to eavesdrop, but with the way the sound traveled, it is hard to ignore voices as they go on. Were you all trying to make it to the regrowth tonight?
Do I know what that the regrowth is?
You don't
Ray?
know what that is. That's never nothing you've ever heard of when you were in the woods itself.
Yeah, well, that makes. What's maybe what is that?
Oh, well, you must be far travelers then. The regrowth it is why Yolindra is so special. The Mist Moon forests, we are able to harvest it. We chop down the wood. The wood is very rare. We clear it out, and then when the Tulamine moon comes, it is almost as is the time rewinds, and all the trees reappear. And when the Tulamine moon disappears, the forest ages hundreds of years, and then they become the rarest of the woods.
Just a general knowledge.
Yep.
Does this shit, like, he's saying it as if it's just like this is a Fae thing that's happening in the world, blah blah blah. Compton is hearing this as in like, this is some timey-wimey shit, and we got sent to Rashawn's fucking house, right?
Yeah.
Is it reasonable for my character to make that connection? Okay.
You made that connection as you without using any meta knowledge, so it would make 100% that Compton would make that connection.
Okay, cool. I think Compton will just like turn over his shoulder and say back to him. Okay, how long has it been like that though? Like forever, or did that start at like a particular time?
No, that has been going on for as long as the Born Tundras have been around. That is actually why our city is built where it is built. We are strong, we are fierce, we can defend our lands, and we have riches off of the forest. And he grabs out the giant battle axe he has, and it looks like a pure black ice. He plays it down. This is nothing but wood. This is made from the hoarfrost lumber.
Hoarfrost sounds like a venereal disease. I feel like that's a Brandon thing. But I mean, it's a really nice.
And it is when the trees crystallize into ice, strong as wood of iron, but made of pure ice.
Does it melt? Like, is it afflicted by temperature change?
He throws it in the fire, and you see the fire actually starts to be squelched by it, but it does not change whatsoever.
I'm so sorry. Can I touch it?
You can. You should be careful though. Use some sort of gloves when touching it, as you are not attuned to this one.
See, that's what I was thinking, was that if it could just do that, it might be real cold. And I'm glad that you told me, because now I don't got to touch it. That's fine. So this regrowth thing that y'all do, is it like a festival? Everybody in town show up, you just watch it?
No, we do watch, yes. It is an awe to witness. But the day before is treacherous, and everybody is very on alert. If we listen very closely, we may even hear the horns going. The problem is if you are in the woods when the event happens, all random assortments. We've had people who talk of being from thousands of years ago appearing out of the woods as if they were there no more than a day. We've had men who went into the woods and as soon as it happens, they get aged hundreds of years. Boys come back as grown elders. So it is our law that you must be out of the woods when the Tulamine moon rises. Otherwise, you either get lost to the Fey realm or you get aged with the woods.
This is going to sound like a real strange. I'm sorry, Miss Raina. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. This might sound like a real weird question, but anybody ever see like a structure out there, like a building of sorts? Maybe a tower. Maybe
There's rumors of a school long ago within those woods. Don't know if it is within the woods or if it's a school whispered within the Fey realm. It's hard to know, but I have heard that there are structures within the woods. I myself, I'm a hunter, not a lumber. So I have never dared to cross into there. I could introduce you to my brother. He works in the woods. He might be able to tell you more.
Who's your brother?
My brother, he is Narvin.
Would I have encountered Narvin on times when my grandmother sent me off to do errands?
Roll me D100, higher though.
Okay, always high. $70.
70. You do remember meeting a small boy named Narvin long ago. The problem, though, is you met him probably 2 or 3 times, and he was always a different age, spanning quite amount of time whenever you met him. The problem is you'd have a conversation with him. You'd go to either get him some food or a treat, or you'd be playing hide and seek in the woods, and just like magic, he'd be gone. And then he'd reappear somewhere else in the woods, and to him, it's been years since he's seen you, but for you, it almost seemed like days.
Okay. I'm not going to say anything.
Right. So it sounds like we got a little bit of pickle, right? Because where we might need to be going is nearby here. We're close to the Mistwood from here, or do we need to go through town to get to it?
We are on the opposite side. Where we are, there would be town, and then the woods just on the outskirts of town.
All right, fuck. We got to go to town then. Okay. Unless somebody else has a better thought, I think we probably need to rest, and then we need to head to town. I've just realized we can solve one of these exhaustion problems, because if Rashawn can just go in his bottle, we can just carry him.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason for him to have to be out, right? I'll have to ask him about that.
Your friend went into a bottle?
I mean, you didn't notice he wasn't here.
I was busy working. I thought he left the cave.
He's in a bottle. I thought that was just like a common thing. I can go into a tower. Look, we're full of magic. We're lousy with it.
He does like the hands back and forth. He goes, no magic. Simple.
Hey, that's fine. Not everybody's got their talents, and then magic ain't for everybody. I get it. My dad's a shipwright, so my mom's a tailor. I get it. Seamstress too, I guess. I don't know. I feel like tailor's better. Anyways, the point is, I think maybe we just rest, right? Get a little bit of a nap, and then we can set off with you, Mr. Elmist, and then figure out what we're gonna do from town. I think that's probably the best course of action if we're on the other side anyways, right?
Yeah.
So short rest and then we leave.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, as soon as the storm allows it, right?
Well, that is it. I can take my wolf outside and finish skinning, and I will let you all know when the storm has passed.
Okay.
Farron, you got any thoughts on that, or are you good?
I'm okay.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm just cold.
There's so many blankets over here. They're made out of dead things.
Farron's gonna go grab one and sit again by the fire.
With the heavy shawl and like the extra blanket, you feel actually not bad, like pretty good.
Good.
The only thing you'll notice, Farron, is like your shadow seems to like weirdly dance, not like to the fire, around the fire.
I was waiting for that. Okay.
And with that, we're
That's
gonna take a break
kinda
there.
That's kind of hot.
Yay, I have to pee.
Yay!
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. We're going to take a short break. We will be back. We have the timer. Thank you all for stopping by. Angelic Storm, thank you for the follow. I hope you're enjoying the content. We're back.
Welcome, my friend.
Hi, everybody. We're back again. Wonderful to see you all.
Oh,
I hope in those 10 minutes good things happen. Stretching of legs, having drinks, being merry. This
So
is my
quickie.
voice now. God, I hope a quickie didn't happen within that 10 minutes. Like, that just would have been no fun.
Look,
Someone would have
Man.
had fun, but not all parties involved would have had fun.
Sometimes you don't need everybody to have a good time. To have a good time.
But let's try. Like, let's
mean-
make that the goal, right? You know, sometimes it doesn't always get there, but let's make that the goal line. All right.
Sometimes you can just be a giver, you know? Just, you know.
I can hear my baby downstairs.
It's dad time. All right. So we ended in with your new super best friend. Like, come on. Look at him. He's super best friend. Going off out of to the neck of the cave to work and watch for the storm to be ending as you all start to go down for a rest.
Absolutely going down.
Down,
To rest.
down on the
Resting.
JJ.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the river.
It's good to be a giver.
It's good to be a giver. Hey, so what is Farron just gonna sleep by the fire?
If there's room, then no. He will.
Oh, if there's room to sleep with us, there's always room in the
Yes.
cuddle puddle. What are you talking about? Just don't fucking touch me. That's it. That's all that matters. You specifically with your hand. Will you sleep with us?
Farron's gonna request to be in the middle this time.
Request denied. The fuck? Look, okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna go over and I'm going to pick up the shawl that has Rashawn's bottle wrapped in it and bring it over here to our little sleepy section too. I'm not just gonna leave it out there, right? This is also a good time to know, and I don't know if this is something we'll know now, but it is something to bring up later. Actually, Farron, do you want to be the inside or the outside? What bookend do you want? Do you want the wall or the floor?
Oh, I figured we'd go like up and down on our.
I feel like the person on the bottom is going to have to deal with a lot of weight.
It's a weighted blanket.
And to be fair, I
mean,
think
look,
out of all
I'll
of
be a
you,
bottom.
Reina is the strongest.
Am I?
What is your strength score?
13.
Well, fuck then. Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't matter. My constitution is high. I can handle crushing.
You
Fine,
can take
okay.
it, but you can't give it.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna be up here. I'll be up here.
I'll be here.
Rashawn's aware. And then we'll bring Rashawn over here too to be with us. Is there a way to communicate to Rashawn in the bottle?
Rashawn has mentioned, just kind of offhandedly, that he can hear everything that goes on outside of his bottle.
Okay, but like this is a good question.
There's
Just
no way
because you
for
can-
him to speak to you, but you can speak to him.
But is it a proximity thing? Like,
Yeah, that's a proximity thing.
so like if I hold the bottle right up, like right here, I don't have to yell. It'll just sound loud.
It's like
It'll
yelling
sound
into a pot.
very loud because I can hear you like at arm's length. I can hear you at the distance I would normally be able to hear you.
Yeah, imagine like you yell
Okay.
into a teapot.
Oh God, that's so good. Okay. But I'm assuming whether you were
Scream.
right and to close it. That's where I bottle up my emotions.
One day
Okay.
Compton just wakes up, pisses in the bottle, thinking it's like a little portable toilet.
Oh, that'd be magic.
Maybe your
It'd be
Sean's
s-
into that.
You'd be so warm. You'd be so warm. It'd be fine.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
Okay.
We broke his thought.
Did you mute yourself?
Yeah, no, because sometimes I don't put my foot on the pedal right, so it doesn't always go. He brings Rashawn over here, lays down, and he's ready for a cuddle. It's been too long. He's missed Raina.
Unless anything's going to happen, anybody wants to say anything or anything like that, we will fast travel probably about an hour and a half later, Elmis will come back in.
Will we get a short rest out of an hour and a half?
Yeah, short rest is an hour.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, cool.
Yep. The storm has died down. Not completely past, as that did not want to waste more time. You seem to all have interest in the moon, so if we want to at least catch the tail end of it, we would want to press on as quick as possible. So, I have for those who are too tired, I do have a sled. There are a couple of prey that are currently upon it, but I can drag at least one of you on it as well if you are too tired. I'm heading out, and he just goes and starts to walk away. You can tell he's probably a man of very few words.
If Rashawn doesn't wake up on his own, I don't think we wake him up. Maybe we just leave him in the bottle.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
I'll carry the bottle.
Okay. Do we want to take up the sled offer?
I'm still exhausted.
Have you said that?
No, because I don't want to admit it.
Okay, well then
I
guess
think
we're
I'm
gonna struggle.
start by just checking. Yeah.
So no one's taking up on the sled offer?
Well, yeah,
Not yet.
because currently I don't think like Compton's unaware, and we think Rashawn is covered. So, yeah.
I think we're
Is
okay for now.
there looking just quickly through the crates, like cursory look? Is there anything that amounts to snowshoes at all?
Yeah. There's probably only one pair in there.
God damn it, I hate being nice. Hey, Farron, you ever been around snow too much?
No.
Okay, come here, man. I'm gonna help you out, but you gotta time yourself. See, these here fucking things, I ain't never used them personally because it's cold up here and I don't do that. But what it does is it distributes your weight in a broader fashion rather than in the pointed fashion that your footfalls would do, and then that way you don't sink into the powder because snow's powder when it falls because it's not compressed. The point is it's gonna make it easier for you to walk, and since you're carrying Rashawn, you should wear these.
Just for the record, Farron has also taken one of the animal pelts, and he's still wearing it.
Or did you take one from the bed and you're leaving with that, or are you just leaving with the shawl?
Took one from the bed.
Okay, so you have the shawl and the bed roll. Okay, no problem.
Yeah. Thank you, Compton. That means a lot. This is very new to me. I'm not around. I don't think Farron's ever seen snow. Yeah, so this is completely brand new.
No, I mean, look, I feel bad about the fact that I can't touch you because you're so handsome, and I figured I can just be nice to you. And hey, you've never been to snow before. I've heard that if you find any of this yellow, it tastes great. Like it's supposed to be nature's gift.
Insight check.
Go for it.
You'll like, I'm going to tell you, he's not going to roll deception because it's very much like a sarcasm.
27.
Yeah, you can tell he's just being an asshole.
Farron's gonna reach out towards him slowly.
As if to touch me?
Mm-hmm.
How perceptive is Farron?
Very.
Okay. You'll notice Compton's hand starts getting a little hot, like with fire.
Do you
Farron's
touch him?
gonna give a little. No.
No.
just chicken. Farron's gonna give him a wink and start walking.
This motherfucker won't finna. He was finna touch me, Miss Rainer. Do you remember what happened last time he finna touch me? Hey, I missed you. You smell so good when I was sleeping. I mean, look, I can't smell none when I'm sleeping, but I like to think that I did, and it smelled nice.
Thanks, you too.
I did miss you, though. It was, just saying.
Oh my god, just make out already.
We've been, like, the whole time while you were sleeping there, you were just watching us. It's like,
Aggressively.
Yeah. It was like sloppy.
Mm.
And because it's so cold, it was just like saliva freezing and
Ew.
stuff.
Oh, okay.
Ew.
If we were going, I would recommend we get now before.
We're going. We're this is bullshitty as we're walking. This is fine.
Man who keeps Reina warm. Let's go.
Oh shit, that's a great title. We should put that. That should be my. Remember when they introduced me at that ball and they said that I was a Stillwater Boots? It should be Compton Man who keeps Raina warm. That sounds good.
I'm okay with that.
All right. You all get out. You see he actually has probably like a nice sized elk on there. You put the wolf on there. He's gotten most of the pelt off, just not it completely. And probably about one or two other beasts of burden on there. A little bit smaller, like a nice fox or a rabbit on there. Not very much room on the wagon, but if someone wanted to, it's literally a toboggan with one of those push rails attached to it. So he stands between the rail and toboggan and just pushes it as he goes.
I have a question.
Yeah.
My phantom steed.
You could make it into a creature that could go across the terrain easier.
Could I, with that knowledge in advance, because it does take me the time to cast it as a ritual.
Yes.
I would like to just cast that for him and effectively up front say, hey, this thing can pull. Hey, I don't know if you want to, this guy can pull your way again. He still looks like a fucked up horse, by the way, like a real fucked up horse. Less swampy, more snow fucked up, but still a fucked up horse.
a horse that froze to death. Yes, get it.
Yeah, that's so good. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, all right. No, I will be quite all right. Pushing my own sled. It is fine. If you wish, you can use your carcass horse to scout ahead if you wish. Are you what they call the necrophily? No, necromancers.
Necrophilia, no. I mean, I haven't touched Farron yet. I mean, that might come up. I mean, but I haven't touched. So the point is, no. What are you talking about? This horse it's not a horse. It's like it's a conjuration. It was never real, so it couldn't be dead. You know what I mean?
Oh, if like fake creatures, yes, I understand that.
Yeah, fake creatures are never real. I've heard to believe.
Not on this plane, yes.
Yeah. No, he's just it's a creature of burden for me. Okay, if you don't want it, Miss Raina, would you like to ride the horse? Her name's Pale. She's wonderful.
And she's not a real horse. Okay.
I want some unfortunate motherfucker to try to speak to this horse and get assaulted with the absolute nightmare that will be. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's great. Okay, so you're gonna ride the horse. Farron's got the snowshoes. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, let's go.
All right. So yeah, with you all heading out, the travel is just going to be arduous. Since Raina and Compton, I'm guessing you are leading the path on your Phantom Steed for the time that you have on it, which is 1 hour. Yeah. Whoever wants to, either a perception or survival.
I'll do survival.
Okay.
That is a 16.
A 16. Okay. So at one point, Raina, when you're all both out there, you're going to catch it that weirdly enough, you start to feel actually a really warm patch, like almost an unnatural warmth coming from an area further ahead. Because you are from this region, you actually know that sometimes there are insectoid-like creatures that live underneath of the snow that generate massive amounts of heat. So if you wish to avoid that area, you can point that out.
Yes, I will.
All right.
Point us around it.
Yeah, as soon as you point it out, Elmis will just start to turn his cart, starts to go off, and you keep pushing forward. And we're gonna take one more, either survival or perception. Do you resummon your horse, Compton?
If it comes to the place where I'm running out of time, yes,
Okay.
Compton will resummon the horse so that we have it for the duration of our trip.
All right. I assumed you were just gonna repeat. So yeah, either another survival perception.
All right, I'll do another survival. That's a 27.
Even better. So you actually start to find the path in the road where traders do travel. You see that Elmis was going more towards like the deeper woods and the rugged area, as he just probably he acts like an NPC where he just walks in a straight line towards the area where he's like going to the D&D movie where the guy climbs over the rocks and then just keeps
That's my
walking
favorite
straight. Elmis is pretty much like that he knows the direction he's going and he just walks that direction. But you find a nice path which makes the terrain a lot easier, and you kind of make headway in your time. Because you left early day and you did end up finding this road, it's not going to count as difficult terrain anymore on your travel because you're following the trade route. And near the end of the day, you start to see torch lights start to like light up, poof, 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 and you see this very large, almost like black sheened wall surrounding this town. And you can see that there is like it starts to rise up, and you can see buildings further off into this town that are higher up on hilled ridges. And I will load you all to a map.
Ooh.
To Yolindra.
Oh, I spelled it right. Cool.
Where all you are going to be coming, you are all going to be coming from over here in this direction. As you start to see more little small towns, little huts littering the side of this pathway, this trade route that you all come in, you see that people are just going about their day. Like many of them are lighting like the outer skirts lamps, making sure things are well lit. People are starting to go inside for the day, taking off all their things that they had. But it seems to be a pretty, I wouldn't say joyous place, but not a hard area like where you were just coming, where there's all the doom and gloom. People are there. You see people are waving to you as you're all approaching. Some of them are talking to Elmis as he's going through. Everybody seems very friendly. Joy to see new people, not on guard, not afraid, not getting beat to death in the street over using magic. It's a nice change of pace from where you were just before. Well, Travers, you said this was your first time here, so may I be the first to welcome you all to Yolindra. You all said you had some interest in the Tulamine moon. It should be rising within the next couple hours. We can stop, have a drink, and I can walk you into the outskirts on the other edge of town. Or if you wish to go on town and look around for a while, you can do that as well. I am fine with either or. I will drop off my prey and get paid if we go into town. Otherwise, you can never stop me from having a wonderful drink.
I'm sorry, what side of the town did we enter on?
Right over here.
Okay. Is that the only entrance?
Nope. There's other ways, like through the woods and stuff like that. This is literally just the trade route path that he brought you through. Like, this region around here has been pretty well dug up. There's the hilly regions, but a lot of it is more flat land. So people can walk whatever way they want to into town, but this is like the defined trade route into town. But yes, it is the only one.
Okay, so it just eyeing this map correctly, the whole thing is elevated. This is the primary gate, and there's like maybe one footpath to the side.
Another gate over there. Yep.
Okay. These are all houses lining the street?
Yep.
Okay. Hey, real fast, because I don't know how long we finna be here. Is there the place you drink at? Is it an inn or is it just tavern?
The one outside is just a tavern. If where the locals, after they've done their work for the day. They have come drink, so they don't have to go into town. If you want an inn, we would have to travel into the city proper. The Sleeping Giant. I don't have a homestead in Yolintra as I travel much, so it is my rest stop, if you will.
Okay. Well, I think that, for the services you've rendered us and the kindness that you've showed us, although I know you're going to tell me it's the right thing to do and you do it every day, but I think I would like to put you up for the night there. If you could take us there, that'd be, could you do that?
I could take you there, no problem. And I gave you a service. Buying my room for the night is greatly appreciated, and I happily accept it. Why would no one accept that? Free things are free.
Yeah, but some folk will be like, no, when you find somebody in danger, you just help them. Like, it is fine. Like I said, this is a weird conversation now.
People from the south are very odd. And he just keeps walking towards the town. As you enter in, you get to the large main gates. You see that there is these two large wooden sheer, and like you go up, you see a lot of the stonework around here is reinforced with that wood that he was telling you about. You see like the black sheen of, instead of steel girders that run across the stones to reinforce, they use this wood to help reinforce the walls and the gates and everything like that. And he goes up and you see these people are hard-working individuals. Many of them are very well built, giant-esque type people. Even like when you get to the guard, there is a rotund man, but you can tell he's just a shit brick house of a man. Kind of waves, they go through, they look over you. You have nothing, so they don't really inspect you whatsoever. They see you're with Elmis, and the traders looking to do work in the city, no mind whatsoever. Is anybody keeping an active eye out, though?
The whole fucking time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody who's keeping an active eye out, roll me a perception check.
Guys, I'm so good at perception checks. Until I'm dead, you're going to hear me talk about how good I am at perception checks.
Until you're dead.
18.
Okay, and 18 is definitely going to see it.
Yeah, I got a 18 also.
7.
7. Okay.
Let's go.
Raina,
Oh, good.
you guys are going to get through the gate, and probably about a block in, around here, you're going to see a little board that people really aren't paying attention much to, just walking back and forth and everything like that. But you all, because you're on high alert, you will see this.
No.
Well, that's
That's unfortunate.
Straight up picture of me. I'm gonna rip it down.
All right. And as you do, magically, appears right back up on the board.
Shit.
You keep like ripping them down,
Point that out. Do you
and it's just
point
like
it out?
it's just like fey
Yeah,
magic.
I
It's just like poof,
absolutely
poof,
point it out.
poof, pops
Yeah.
back.
I'm 100 definitely. Well, I have the fancy armor there that I
Mhm.
can make it look like anything. So I'm definitely going to do a whole masked hood situation.
Do you like aggressively rip that off the board, or
The
slightly?
first one, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the first one I yank off, and then when it comes back, I just crumple up the one I have and put it in my pocket.
As soon as you rip it off, Elmis will turn around and look at you. Oh, it was you. All right, that's fine. I should
Yeah,
have
let's
the name
not tell
Reina. I should
anybody.
have. Oh no, you will be fine. Us here, we do not have what you would say good relations with the fey creatures within the woods. But I would highly recommend that you stay away from the upper ward where the druids lie. Those, the best way to say them is the forest fornicators. They very much love to kiss the ring of those fey creatures if possible.
Yeah, I know. Some.
Yes.
Do they? Does Althea come into town, or do they bring word to her?
No, it is Thea never comes to town. She never leaves the
Good.
forest, as far as I know. She will send. Actually, this happened the last Tulamine moon. That he
That's when she put
supposedly,
this up.
not her, but one of her fake creatures, enchanted the board to put this up. The sleepless courts, the druids in town, keep asking questions, looking for people, but because they are the sleepless court, they are not active very often, unless it is
Sounds
around
like
the
they'd be
eve.
tired.
Well, they more try to sleep and find their way to the Fey realms through their sleep. The only time they are usually active is around the Tulamine moon, but they should have their hands fair, and most people in town who see this, you should have no worries.
Thank you. I'm still gonna try to keep a low profile here. Don't tell anyone you saw me.
Hold on
So-
a sec. Is this the only board that has this thing on it?
No, in the probably, as if I had to guess, at least 4 or 5 more boards in town should have it posted on there. But like I said, as long as you don't have dealings in the upper court, you should be fine. Many people don't pay attention ever since it was posted, and this was well over 90 days ago. Many have lost interest. There were hunting parties that took on the task and left town, but no one expects you to be right here, so hiding in plain sight, as they would say.
What? How much is the reward, though?
Oh, that's the
What'd I say?
problem. This is why not many people will take up this task. It is not a monetary value. It is a deal from Althea. She's a fey creature of sorts, they say, where she can make your greatest wishes come true. But most of us have had dealings with the Fae, and we know those always come with alternative rewards, if you know what I mean.
Compton's shaking his head just like I was the entire time. Just no. Nope.
Yeah.
No. 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 Okay. Yeah. Well, I was finna dispel the magic, but if there's like 5 of them, it ain't worth it. So, okay.
Yeah, and if everyone's already seen it, whole picture.
Yeah, but just because they'd seen it, if it's not there no more, they can't go, oh, I was right. Right? Like, because they wouldn't have it for reference like Ilmis did. It's not a big deal.
And I only thought of it because she freaked out and pulled it off the board.
Well, I mean, it was a reaction.
Well,
I
I
won't freak out next time I see it.
no, I get it. If I saw a wanted poster of me in town, I would most likely react the same way. But it did draw attention.
Are
Peter
people
walk
looking?
away from the board.
No, it draws attention from him. Like, why is this person I'm escorting through town freaking out when they went past the wanted board? Right? Like, but the city streets. This is not like Shaw Garden version of a city, right? Where the streets are completely packed. This is a very large scale town, not completely like everybody who is here most likely lives here, right? Easy enough. We will pass through the market square, and on the opposite side, we will get to the sleeping giant. You blend in, very large. It looks like you'll see it when we arrive, and he will guide you through town. Once again, it's late at night. Many of the torches are lit. People are murmuring, and you can hear from over. Oh, I'll close down that image, but you can hear almost resonating from the peak of town over here, like this going off, and then of this horn just blowing out towards the north, just resonating, going over. You can't see the forest from where you guys are now, but yeah, you just hear the horn blowing, going off, and then one of the citizens will go through. Make sure check any friends, family members who work in the lumber field are home and accounted for. Any and all accidents during the Tulamine moon are not covered under accidental deaths. And it keeps going through the town.
When we pass through the market region, is it
Yep.
still open? I know you said it's night, but is it are stalls still open? Are people still selling stuff?
A couple people will be there because they know this is the night where a lot of people are trying to push the limit. So it's like that rare occasion where they're not usually open, but that's a couple of them are trying to get those last minute sales.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is as we're going, Compton is gonna slide off the back of this steed. He's gonna like, just, boop, like let Raina know he's dipping off. I'll find you. Don't worry about it. The steed's gonna disappear though, so you might want to get off it because once he gets too far
Yeah,
from me, it just don't
we'll
work.
get
Yeah. But I'll catch you up. Don't mind me.
Okay, don't go too far.
No, it's fine. You be safe. And then what I'm gonna do is I assume this is gonna take a little bit of time. Compton is going to procure weather appropriate outerwear, not clothing, but like good jackets.
Mhm.
And
Easy enough.
and he's good with his boots, but he knows Farron and Rashawn need shoes. So he's gonna get shoes for Farron and Rashawn and then good overcoats for all of us.
Why? What kind of boots do you have on? I've never heard you talk.
You're
about
gonna
them.
have to get on slip-on boots over top of those though.
I can't just Stillwater boots are the best boots ever made. What the
They
fuck
are
you
the
talking
best
about? I
boots
mean,
ever made, but they're not, meant for the cold. It's like wearing a cowboy
for
boot in the
Stillwater.
wintertime.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna create a rationalization for this because I hate it. I don't want to ruin my boots in this fucking filth. The snow? Who
Yeah.
knows when I might come upon a rock and scuff up my shoe. So I will give me some boots then, but I hate it. I bitch about it the whole fucking time. I'm like, God, these are such good boots. I don't know why I can't just you
And
gonna
you're
have
saying
this
that to
element
the
out here.
merchant, and the merchant's like, sir, I can make a slip-on cover that will go over the boots. You can still wear those glorious boots, but then you just cover them with these covering.
Okay, I kind of like that. Except I feel like I'm hiding who I am. But I mean, I also get to keep my boots on.
Do you want to ruin your...
I'm pissed.
You either can get new boots, and he shows you new boots, or slip-on cover. You still wear old boots. Either way, you are shitting in same pot that you do not enjoy. So which one you want? Comfortable, well-known pot, or brand new pot that who knows where the other pot has been?
You right, I'd rather shit in the pot I know.
Exactly.
That's true. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. We'll take the slip-on covers. You're a good salesman. I like this.
Hey, I do my best. I do my best.
My wife.
My wife.
My wife.
I work hard for it. My wife. So yeah, he'll get you all that stuff.
Do that,
yeah. Let me look up clothing costs, and I'll get that for you. But for the rest of you all, as you're going, you see this giant, very reminiscent of like a Viking longhouse, but it is beautifully ornate. The lumber is well crafted, well maintained. The snow inside of here, it is almost a little bit warmer when you enter into the city, while the outskirts are completely snow covered buildings. And the roads are very overdrawn and like over snowed, drifted, and you see that people are like shoving them out the main route. A lot of this, there is still the dusting of snow everywhere, but the decimal of temperature has risen inside of here that nothing is piling up for too long before it starts to dissipate. When you get to Longhouse though, beautiful ornate Longhouse, you can see like almost those Viking trademarks where they've on the corners where the rims go up, they have these ornate carvings of like animals, beasts of burden, everything that they would hunt in these regions, and these beautiful huge double doors that like when you grab them on, when you pull them open, it's like, oh, and they're very tough to open up. But when you go inside, it is a welcome sight. The main floor, as far as the eye, you can see there are just tables and chairs. People are there being merry. They have vegetation kind of like strung up almost like garland to give the sight of just warmth in the area where all the torches are going off. It's winter outside, but it's almost like a springtime / summer on the inside, giving you that motif. You see there are people running all about, dropping off drinks, food, everything like that. And in the back where you see the longhouse, there is this giant fireplace that you see cooks are just throwing pots, pans, bowls of soup, everything like that on this open fire. And you can see the people making the food from where you're sitting no matter what. So it's almost kind of like a dinner and a show as you're watching these chefs just absolutely grab a huge hunk of a beast, chop it off, throw in the stew, do everything that they do, and everybody here is just reveling, being happy. You can hear them telling stories of how the 90 days has gone for them working in the woods, how they're checking on everybody. Hey, have you seen have you seen Darnus? And and they see him point over there, and everybody's revelry be happy. And you can see when you're about a third into the inn, it closes off and the peak becomes rooms on the upper level. And you can see there are ladders on the sides of the longhouse that go to the upper area. What is everybody doing?
All right. So when did the festivities begin, Elmis?
Well, you mean the moon rising? It should be probably within the next 2 hours when the moon fully rises.
So we can grab a quick drink and.
If you're wanting to get to the edge, like, are you looking from? Do you want to look from the cliff top, or do you want to get to the woods?
I think we would prefer to get to the woods.
We will not fully make it to the woods in that time, but I can at least get you to the outskirts of the town so you can get a better view of what happens.
Okay.
I apologize, but to get into the outskirts of the wood, that is still another an hour and a half, 2 hours walk. We would just barely get there if we leave there now. And you can do what you wish. I would only walk you as far as the outskirts of town, though.
But you said we could see it from the cliffs as well.
Oh, you see the whole event go on, yes. The whole event takes all night.
What do you guys think?
And Farron, you were there, and you would hear this in your lamp, Roshan. So I don't know if you would come out at this point when you hear civilization.
It's canon now, though, that it's a lava lamp.
I was gonna
I'm sorry.
say, with the lava lamp. That's a fucking vibe.
It's so good.
Sunflower would have a lava lamp. Roshan does not, when we get into civilization, does not leave. But as soon as he hears we're in a place where there's like merriment going on,
oh yeah,
he will then. He waits to be walked to the bar.
Love it. Like with the scent of alcohol and mead, like just starting to waft into your lamp, he all of a sudden, poof, he pops out.
Oh, that was a very good nap. Oh, you're in the place.
I do have to ask you, Rashawn. When you're in your lamp and there's movement, do you like jostle around or is it like stationary?
No, it is. I do not feel movement. It's hard to explain. So I know that it's being moved, but I have no idea of knowing where or how it is being moved. I just know it's being moved, and I don't feel the movement in any way.
Okay, because I was worried about that.
No, I mean it felt like a very smooth ride. Thank you.
Okay, of course.
Elmis will see this and he goes, "Can I see your lamp for a second?"
Yeah, sure. He will hold his hand out to Farron. I assume Farron is still holding it.
Yeah, Farron will give it.
He will take it from Farron and immediately hand it to the big handsome elf man.
Elmis will take it and he goes 1, 2, 3. And he rubs the lamp 3 times.
He is wincing because he's actually worried that something will happen because he's never done that before.
He just sits there and he stares at you. I wish for goat.
Roshan will reach into the pouch at his side and just flip him a gold. Ta-da!
No, I apologize if it was rude. I heard stories of people who appear from lamps and grant wishes.
You know, this is It's fine because that, and he'll point to the lamp he's holding, is sort of, it's related to that. It's my father's, it's the whole thing. I am the closest thing to a genie that comes out of that bottle, though. That said, hey, if you have any wishes, I'm happy to do my best to fulfill them.
Good. I may need your help then later tomorrow. I need to rebuild shed. Extra hand on that would be wonderful.
You know what? I don't have anything else going on, so sure. I'll be there.
Wonderful, wonderful. And then after that, we fuck.
Yeah, that sounds great. I'm here for the shed and afterwards, yeah.
Good. Back breaking labor and then I break back.
Sounds like a good time to me. I'm so happy to be here. I want a drink. Do you want a drink? Anybody else want a drink?
Baron's already gone.
I'm
Yeah,
going to buy you a drink, big man. Come on.
wonderful. And you'll see like they it's a wonderful occasion. Everybody's just having a good time. Everybody's very happy to see that everybody is safe, nothing is going on. Time will pass, and then you would of course show up, Compton, with all of your gear, your merchandise, kind of like you have a bag of holding so you can load it all in there. You don't have to do the whole.
No, but I'm gonna do that.
You're gonna do that?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna do that.
It's all
And then-
brown paper packages tied up with string.
This is a little bit extra, but just because it is what would have happened while he's purchasing all that stuff, he's going to make normal conversation about the town. Like,
yep.
where do you guys have a library? Do you have a center of knowledge? What's your government like? Right? Then he wouldn't say government, but like, is there a mayor? He's going to get. I'm hoping that we can hand wave a bunch of like these normal, where he's just getting normal information about the town. So I'm shopping and doing that, and it's all done.
Yeah, and he'll tell you that very quickly. The upper quarters is where they have the library. They aren't very big on the studies. The Druids, when they came from Kinelin and came over here as they ran away from the great persecution, they kind of spread their knowledge throughout the town of Druidism and their knowing of the arcane arts. They do have an elected mayor. That one is Venrin. I will do it there. He, as far as he knows, the man when you're talking to him speaks very highly of him. He's the elected official in here. He's been running the place for probably the last 10 years, and he's had other people run against him, just has never lost. He's very well liked throughout the town. Local militia, just men and women who their job is to be local militia. But at times most people in here, as he says, this guy is a little bit like, when you're talking to him, he's a little bit scrawnier. He's a merchant, but as he says, a lot of people, because they are such hardworking individuals and it's such a harsh landscape, everybody here can defend themselves pretty well if need be.
Okay, and the only extra information I would kind of try to glean on this is the Druids. Do they seem really interested in sharing their lore and knowledge, or are they reserved in that?
He will inform you that they are weirdly open about it, but they want you to, like, hey, very cultish, very, very cultish. He'll even kind of hint at that, like, oh, here, look at all these wonderful things. Now here's some Kool-Aid. Can you drink it and join us? Like, we would love to have more people learn the druidic arts. Oh, we love the Fae. Like,
Okay.
They're like Fae groupies.
yeah, 100%. And if you go into it, he'll even tell you, like, their whole thing is they know that the elves came from the Fae realm and they are trying to get back there. The last piece of information very quickly, the archdruid there, who leads the sect, is known as R.L. Dalthor.
I'm not gonna try. Thank you.
Yeah.
Arel Dalthor. Okay. And then when he's walking back, the only other thing, this isn't a conversation, those boards that we saw, would I see one? The one that had Reyna's wanted poster?
Yes, near the market you would see another one.
Important. Any missing persons listed?
Yes, but littered. Like, it is a thing that, once again, you were warned about this, that people are hoping that they weren't lost in the woods, but maybe they got blown somewhere else, and maybe they got teleported. People were like, last seen during the last Tool of My Moon. Have you seen my husband? Have you seen my son? Just like littered across the board of they didn't get out in time, maybe something happened, like reminiscent, but you even known from what Elmis was telling you, it's a common occurrence that people go missing during the Tool of My Moon.
Right, and that's why Compton checked. But this is an important thing for you, the DM, not necessarily right now. Compton is going to make it a point to investigate each and every one of those missing persons posters at some point when we're here, to look and go, well, is there a common thread that people just aren't noticing? Like, is there a commonality here that's making
you want to follow that?
Persons?
100%. I will take a note of that as a DM. Yep.
Okay.
Detective Compton on the case.
I know what he's after.
Grim,
Yes.
Grim, I assume that these crazy druids would have been, if they're in contact with Althea, they would, like, I would have probably spoken with several of them on a lot of occasions, right?
Before you left town, I assume you would have, like, as soon as one of them would have heard you, like, I just came from, the forest and I lived in there. One of those junkies would have been like, oh, really? Really? Oh, wonderful, fascinating. Please come to our church and we will talk to you very egregiously. Yes.
But they cannot see me.
No.
Okay.
But once
so
yeah.
Go ahead.
No.
I was just gonna say, so Compton pushes himself in because, like you said, this place was noticeable, and he probably asked the merchant. So he comes in, he's carrying all this shit, and I'm assuming there's people in here, right? So I don't think I spot my friends because I'm not perceptive. But anybody who's looking for Compton, he's standing there like looking
I'll
around.
probably see you pretty quick.
And even Elmeth will point out to Roshan, the one who keeps Reina warm. Sorry, it was so remembering. That is what I call him now. He looks to be in distress.
That is unfortunate for him.
Oh, don't be like that. I liked you before. That is, I will go help him.
It's a joke. He's a good man. I'll go get him. We have that sort of relation. It's fine. You stay here. I'll be right back.
He looks over the next guy behind me here and walk away. Me and him tomorrow. After we build shit, we fuck. And they look at each other and they're like, oh, good. And that's good. He's like, yes, exotic.
Exotic.
That's incredible. Hearing that though, Roshan does like take a second to straighten out his whole shit to look a little more presentable before he goes and finds Compton.
All right. Yeah, so you guys, assuming everybody, Farron, are you approaching? Because you have a high perception too. Are you helping as well, or are you just watching him stumble through the bar?
Farron ordered a nice large mead to get warm, but he'll notice Compton and he'll wait, look at him, but he'll help.
Sounds good. Yeah, so your friends all approach you, Compton, and help you with your stuff.
There's some of this.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you're awake. Hi, sleepyhead. So, look, I noticed that you was fucking cold, and I was like, oh shit, none of us is like adequately prepared for this. And so I thought maybe what we should do is maybe be prepared for this. So here's a coat for you, and here's a coat for you, and this one's mine. And then I got us some new boots. Well, mostly y'all got some boots, and then I got some, like, these are just some covers for my boots because my boots is the best boots in the world. But Miss Rain is already covered because she came from a place like this already. So I'm sorry I didn't buy you. Oh shit, I should have bought you some.
It's okay.
I fucked up. Is there a gift shop open? Can I get, like, maybe I don't.
Stop. She'll grab you.
I just.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Question.
I didn't buy you.
Compton, do you look a little stressed out?
Did I forgot to buy her a gift?
Yeah.
Yes.
You will see one of the people who are sitting behind the bar, like a very large woman comes up and like grabs you under that. This is not time to be stressing. This is time for merriment and fun. Hard work starting tomorrow, friend. And then she like picks you up, sits you down beside her. She's like, have a drink on me, merriment all around. And then like, new friend. And then everyone's like, hey, as you sit down.
I kind of like that. I kind of like that a lot. I forget about the fact that I forgot a gift, and then I feel bad later. I'm gonna feel bad about the fact that I forgot about not getting a gift. So like it'll happen again, and that's fine because that's anxiety, right? But in the moment, I'm excited about it, and I get my drink. I'm like, oh shit, this place is kind of cool. All right, okay. And did they put me on the bar?
No, they put you like at the seat beside them, and then she will go, everyone, smush down, close, new friends, all get in. And then everybody, like, they all start to like shift and move down so that there's space for all of you to sit as well.
I like this bar. This is a cool bar.
Yeah, because these tables are all like giant, just common tables, and like no one has a little chair to the side or a little shady table. It's you sit where you have a spot, and a lot of people are here just to have fun and relax, and they don't do shit. They saw you were stressed, like no, this isn't a time to be stressed, and they like grab and they pull you down.
The people that you sit by are immediately your friends.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
It's like a German beer hall.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
place is tight. Okay,
Yeah.
so I imagine I sit down. I have my drink now. Everybody else is drinking, I assume.
Yeah, I'll go sit down next to you.
Mhm.
Yeah. Shit. Okay. Well. Now this is important. Does Rashawn get pulled into the smush, or does he go back to his new homie?
Well, I was gonna say, as the smush is being initiated, Roshan is going to slip away up to the bar. Not specifically going back to Elmis, though. If he's around, like he's gonna be close to him, just because why not? But he's trying to get to the bar.
Yeah, you can easily find. Elmis is, once again, he just turned, like you were gone, and you come back to the conversation. Yeah, so the Martress over on 3rd, she needs new shit. I promised her a week ago I had to go on hunt, so we make new shit. And he's talking about, the process of what he's doing tomorrow. Do you have extra hammer? I don't have hammer. And that guy's like, I will get you. And he's like, oh, good, I'll stop by in the morning. And it's just a really nice hall where everybody seems to be in a very good mood.
Yeah, if he is not addressed or looked at, he leaves him to that. I'm trying to wave down a barmaid, anybody who looks like I could buy a drink from.
Oh, he'll notice you. You stick out like a sore thumb in this entire bar.
I'm going to just take a quick look around. This place is like packed, yeah?
Yeah, you could this place is wall to wall packed. People are moving out of the way trying to, but it is literally elbow room. But no one seems mind by it. Like it's a nice thing that you're so close to everybody.
Yeah. So he's going to lean over and like wave for the guy to lean in as well, so he doesn't have to shout this. Could you do me a favor? Everybody that is in here right now, they get the drink, and they get the drink on the ex-cons. Can you remember that?
As soon as you finish saying it, she grabs you. The bar, like you can tell this lady by the way she's dressed. She is probably the owner of the establishment. She stands up on the bar, this large thunder elf woman, grabs and picks you up. Everyone, new friend, ex-cons, buy drink for everyone on the house. Everyone's like, ah, and like even you all at the table is like, ex-cons, ex-cons, ex-cons. Everybody's like merriment and revelry. And then she's like, and what is your name? Man with deepest pockets.
My name is Roshan Marab. Just Roshan, though.
She will like pick you up, put her up on her shoulder, and she's like, and the man who did it specifically, Roshan. 3 cheers. And everybody just does 3 cheers for Roshan.
I love it here. Roshan.
Yeah.
Ex-cons. Look at this.
And you look around, like everybody's into it. Everybody's just here to have a wonderful time tonight.
Is there music playing?
Oh, 100%. There's a band going crazy.
Fuck, there's so much we have to do. God damn it. Okay. We have 2 hours until this thing happens.
So that's the question: is how long you guys spend drinking? Because after an hour, he is going to come get you because you have asked him to lead you the best he can to the woods. But he told you that if you take an hour, he told Raina this. So Raina's the one going to be keeping track of this. If you want to get close to the outside, yep.
Yeah, I was asking right before Roshan came out of the bottle, where do we want to go? And now I'll bring it up again now that we're all sitting down. Okay, so we have two options. Our good friend Elmitz can get us to the outskirts of town, but not to the forest. Or we can watch the regrowth from the cliff top.
Well, okay. Now, I bet from like an observational perspective, the cliff top is nice because you have the advantage of height, right? Like, so you're getting that top-down look. However, the cliff top is just lousy with folks who want to turn you in.
Exactly.
Claire, I need to clarify this. He didn't say the cliffs. He said the cliff top. He said the cliffs.
Oh, okay.
So he can bring you to the outskirts of town, and you guys can sit on like the ridges of the hills and watch it. He didn't mean the cliff top. He would not tell you to go to the cliff top. Yeah, he would not have. He would have not have been like, "Hey, you're wanted by these people. I'm going to bring you here." Like he's a simple guy. He's not dumb.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like if whatever Elmist says is probably a good idea. He seems to be on something good. But I do have to, before we go, and I assume we're going to be going at any point in time here, because there's so much to do in this fucking day. I need to get our rooms, because that's got to happen. Because even if we go into the woods, I'd prefer to have a room set, and I told him I was going to get him a room. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm gonna figure that one out, and then we're gonna go with him, so that's fine. What I would say then is just drink as much as you fucking can while you can, because then we're gonna have to go walk in the snow.
Yeah.
And might as well be drunk if you're gonna be out in the elements, right? Nothing bad ever happens if you're drunk and in the snow. Ever.
Sure. Yeah. No, nothing. Go get our rooms.
I see Farron though. Farron looking at me like you want to say, Farron, are you mad at me? I thought you liked your coat.
No, it's perfect. I was just gonna say, can we get like some stew to go?
Why do you always hungry?
As soon as you say that, Pale man, you want stew? We have lots of stew. And like you see, there is a giant pot. Stew it over here, and like all of a sudden the pot gets picked up and do kind of like those fire trains with the buckets. People just start to load the stew towards all of you. It's like, there you go, more than enough stew.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I always need food.
Okay, I don't like it because it just means you're feeding your baby.
Well, it's not just for me; it's for all of us.
And if you want trick to take stew on go, right? What you do is if you have water skin, stew have somewhat same consistency as a water. So you empty that out and you pour in the stew, and it's already a little bit insulated, so stew stay warm longer.
There's a thing about mold in there. I'm gonna leave you to that. Compton gets up. He's like, I can't be part of this. This is a problem with the gastrointestinal diseases, and then he fucks off. Let me see if I can get us some rooms.
Easy enough. Like when you talk to the owner, she is enamored in having a conversation now with Elmist and Roshan, as he's the guy who bought drinks for everybody, so best friend right now currently, right? Like, where do you come from? And just overall conversation that you're walking into, that this merriment at the bar, which is about the same as yours. Like, everybody's just having a great time. And Roshan, you would have learned that her name is Ilmendal.
To know?
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely tell she is an older woman for an elf, as she has like the crow's feet starting to go on the eyes, the wrinkles all starting to form on her body, but she still looks like if she got into a scuffle, She'd be hard to
fuck
take
you
down.
up.
Yeah.
Rashad is just so happy to be here. I think that he just as a standard does not talk a ton. Like it's a speak when spoken to sort of situation, but he's clearly very happy with the atmosphere.
Oh, then you're gonna be talking a lot because you're gonna get spoken to a lot.
He will gladly engage with this. He's happy to be here. Also, how poor am I now?
With that one, I'm gonna grab up the cost and then I'll multiply it by the people. I will get you the cost at the end.
All right, that's fine.
But
Just wanna
for
make sure
a room,
keep myself honest.
8 silver pieces and 6 copper pieces per night. She'll tell you that right now she only has about 5 rooms left, as a lot of the people who don't really stay too much in have rented out a good amount of the rooms. But you'll see that every ladder leads to your private room.
Am I to assume it's a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom or?
With them, she'll say standard for 8 silver pieces is it's only gonna be a single. If you want to double for like to buddy up, it's going to cost you 1 gold to 2 silver pieces, so a little bit extra.
Well, I guess the question is when you say single, my
single,
American
like
brains,
like a single
like
bed,
a twin, single twin.
Yeah, if you want to get a double, there you're gonna have to upgrade to the gold and 2 silver.
I'm gonna get 2 doubles because I'm not gonna put our boy in a small bed. He's a big man. The guy we're putting up. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh no, he won't accept that.
He won't. No, he can't say no yet. He hasn't gotten it. Oh wait, I guess he's sitting right there.
Yeah, he's sitting right there.
No.
So as soon as he hears you talking, he's like, no, I don't need anything like that. I have something to keep me warm, and slaps Roshan on the ass.
Motherfucker, you outside. You done told me who doesn't accept free things. That was you. Those were your words. And I'm trying to put you in a nice room.
Yeah, but there are many people who work much harder than I that need the nice room. I can just take standard.
Okay, fine. And a standard for him, a big room for me, please. If you could do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you never gave me the cost for all the coats and stuff. Can I, whatever the total is, so I can?
Yeah, you did it for all 4, right?
Are you talking about no? Because Raina didn't need any gear. So 3 coats, 3 boots.
6.
Yeah.
6 gold pieces for all that.
Okay, so 6 gold there, and then what's my total for the larger
2 gold
and the
pieces.
smaller?
2 gold pieces.
2 gold. So 8 total.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah. And about this time, an hour has passed. Like the revelry, the drinking, the eating, getting the rooms. I'd probably say about the 45 minutes. And he'll even stop and he'll kind of like look, and you'll see that there is the window you see in the picture of the inn. You can actually see outside, and he looks towards that area. It's getting pretty close to the time. If you want me to show you to the hillside, then, well, the cliffside, I should lead you there now, so we can get a good view in time.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I'm here to follow whoever. So, and by whoever I do mean Raina. Actually, I should rephrase it specifically.
And your new gear looks very nice. I'm glad you're accustoming yourself to our fair village. Wow.
When in Rome, you know what I mean.
Where's Rome?
I do want to.
North of Stillwater.
Oh, righty.
It's a shitty little town, but when you're there, you should still like it. So most people think, you have to dress up, but no, when you go somewhere that's kind of not so great, you dress down just to not make the folks that have to live in the shit feel like even more shitty because you're not shitty too.
That sounds like pandering, but all right. Looks fair.
Yeah, no, it could be.
I did want to ask, Compton, what colored coat did you get for Farron?
Baby, make that up yourself. This is the world of fantasy. What color do you want it to be?
I want it purple.
That's
perfect.
I've rubbed a bunch of snails on it.
That's weird, but okay, thank you.
Isn't that where purple comes from? Snails?
I think
Isn't that
so,
true?
actually. I think.
See?
I don't know.
Unless somebody
Anyways.
corrects me, it's true forever.
It's like shells, yeah.
How did they make the color purple?
You're gonna get behind the scenes in the movie there.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's from a type of sea snail called the Murex. It doesn't matter. It's a snail from the Mediterranean. But you're right.
I love how this is what we get hanging up on.
They for sure have that Mediterranean snail up here.
You got it. You got the color purple. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Anyway, we're going with Elvis to the cliffs.
So you will leave from here, which is a longhouse, right? He is going to lead you down through this pathway. You guys all walk. He'll tell you that if you go through here, you're going to get through another walkway. And he goes like, "Hey, we don't need that. You all able-bodied people." And he walks over, and you see that there's a hill, and he just jumps it. It's a pretty far jump, probably about 15, 20 feet. Then he yells up, "It's fine. It's fine." And he just keeps walking.
When you say
Outside.
like, he jumps across it or
No,
down?
no, he
like,
jumps down 15, 20 feet. And then he's like, "It's fine." He just keeps going.
Is it? Can I just like sled on my butt? Can I just sit down and
you can
slide
try.
up the
Yeah,
steps?
just roll me a dexterity saving throw.
The try makes me not want to do it. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna slide.
Yeah.
A dex save?
Yeah.
Gross. 10. A dirty 10.
So you do
Jesus.
it, but like when you go, there's that point where you get slightly penetrated on the way down. You're like, "Oh," and you just like land. You're like, oh, like just, I hit something hard on the way down. Take some snow. It looks like ice.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna very delicately fly down this hill. I'm not even stepping on it.
Yeah, I'm just also going to fly.
I guess I'll also slide.
Okay, rolling dexterity saving throw.
I'm so scared. $16.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah, you slide and you kind of like do the shimmy as you go down. You're like, "Eh," and you just slide down, and you,
Okay,
you
cool.
land. You're okay. And once again, you guys keep walking. He goes down to another. He goes, one sec, and he puts down backpack and he throws down a rope, holds it. There you go. Just, I'll wait until you're down.
Thanks.
Looks at you, Compton.
This feels like I hate it a little bit, but I'll take it. Like, do you ever feel like a child when you're clearly one of the oldest people in the fucking room? And he says this as he's like climbing down. I hate it.
Yeah, and you get down.
You gotta know when you're beat.
Yeah. You guys, the other two fly down, and he just jumps down. Like, the funny part is, you land as soon as you get down to the bottom. It's just like, boof, a little snow puff of cloud just comes up. He's like, "Good, we move." And he will bring you up past the mountain ridge over here. Let me just zoom out a little bit. Boop, doop, doop, doop. There we go. And then he will go all the way around to about here. He said he won't bring you any. We will not go any further past this area here. And now we just sit and wait. Sorry,
I have a question.
Yes,
It's nighttime though, right?
in pitch black. Yeah.
Hella stars.
Oh,
Beautiful?
nothing beautiful. No light pollution whatsoever, because they've used barely any torches just to keep the lights a little bit lit. But they're not worried. It sucks because you guys will probably never want to leave this town because it's like, "Hey, look at Bill. How's Bill doing today?" type place, right?
Do we get northern lights and shit?
You'll see.
If it okay, so this is important. If that shit happens, Compton's lost to you people. Like that's gone. I'm gonna be enamored. I'm gonna just be like, because I assume in Stillwater you don't get that, right? Like,
No.
Okay, I think Compton's just taking in. Because I like in my mind, he's read so many books, he's seen so many things, but he's always in like these really populated areas or semi-populated areas, and so, you know,
The most you've been is the
this
countryside.
And Southern Hemisphere, really, if you think about it, right? So, well, maybe not because I know there's a continent below, but whatever. He hasn't been this far north, and so like the sky is a different sky, and he knows, he's like read books about constellations and this and that, and so like he's just looking up and he's lost in that. Like maybe everybody else is looking at the woods and he's just looking up, just like leaning back and just taking it all in.
The only one who wouldn't is so Roshan. You're used to seeing the stars like in this way, like huge constellations, but the way light reflects off of the snow, it almost looks like you're looking at the ocean from where you are. But as you all look out to where the woods are, you see that the trees have been chopped down. It's a barren forest out in front of you. You see very far off in the distance there are some trees that are starting to grow still, but you see they have pillaged this forest and just brought it right down to the ground. It almost looks like when a company just comes and completely depletes a forest. And maybe that makes you sad, I don't know, but you can see all of these trees are just down to the stumps. You can see when you're like looking around, a lot of the houses are made out of this lumber reinforced with it. You can understand that this is probably their bread and butter, their livelihood. Does anybody say or do anything as you wait for like the next hour or so?
Farron's gonna be drinking from his stew water skin, and ask if anyone wants any, and hold it out. Want any? Anyone?
That's so troubling.
I know, I hate it so much.
And Elmith like, you are learning very quickly. Takes your like, and it's just like the as he takes it, and he's like, oh yeah, very stillborn. He hands it back
Perfect.
to you.
Of course.
Oh shit, I do. Okay, actually, Compton is gonna do a thing, but it isn't to anybody here. I'm gonna send. I can't remember what was the innkeeper's name.
Which one?
The last.
The one at Bonfrey.
Thank you.
I also
Her.
don't remember her name.
Yeah. Okay.
Fuck.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to cast sending to her,
Okay.
and I'm going to say, "Hey, first off, don't freak out. Yes, magic. It's Compton. Not coming back. Wagon and did we leave a horse? It was we left one
No.
horse, right?
Yeah, one
We
horse.
We left
One
one
We did.
horse.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Didn't
you
we
took-
leave
So-
one horse in the swamp?
Yes, you
Yeah,
did.
that one's
Yeah.
gone.
He's
That one's
dead to the
gone.
world.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor
Okay.
thing.
So wagon and horse, yours, as well as contents. You can respond, and that's it. That's 25.
Yeah. For now, you won't get a response.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's covered though.
So, as long as no one has anything else, an hour will pass, and you will all see that moon once again. The Tulamine moon. The one that fills the sky. The one of the bluish hue and just radiates almost an energy, a glow about it as it rises. Weirdly, I don't have a picture of it right now, but as it starts to rise, Roshan, your gem just starts to emanate light. As you see a glow starts to erupt above the forest. These lights of beauty and wonder, just like an aurora borealis, comes across the light. Beautiful, wondrous, starts to fill the sky, and as the energy almost seems to touch down on the earth like snow petals or stars, just doom 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 down on the forest. As the light hits them, the land, the forest starts to radiate and glow, and you start to see the trees. It's almost, the best way to describe it is they don't grow back, but it almost seems like a mirage, a haziness, a fog overcomes the forest, and you see where the trees were laying down the ground, where they probably were chopped down and dragged away, start to come back up from the ground and go back into place. And you see, once again, these trees, though, he talked about them, that they were frozen, that they were these beautiful icicle trees, but they are just normal trees at this time. But the forest now stands there, no more stumps. These beautiful, well-grown pine trees, as far as the eye can see. And anybody who's paying attention at the woods, you can roll me a perception check.
Yep.
When this is happening, this is so important. Compton's looking up at the sky.
Yep.
Does anybody drag his attention to the woods?
I would say I'm very firmly watching the woods, so I wouldn't even see. But as all of this is happening, I do want to fly up.
Okay.
Just see if I can get a better vantage point.
Okay, then I'm going to give you advantage on this check.
I'm gonna go up like 60 feet.
No, that's fine.
And then neither Raina's not going to grab. That's fine. I just need to verify before I don't do a thing. Okay.
My internet got frozen, but I was gonna say that I think that I would be watching the woods pretty closely. If I see something, then I'll grab your attention. But
Perfect. So everybody else is looking at the woods. Compton is staring at the sky, which is par for the course.
Yep.
I
So,
rolled a 19.
all right, 19.
I also rolled a 19.
19, okay.
I got a 19 on the die for 20 altogether.
So all of you are going to see a shimmering light, a focused light, further off into the woods, not very deep in the woods. Raina, though, is going to know what this is. It's a shimmering, almost like circulation of lights, almost like the aurora borealis in the sky takes a form deeper into the woods. And where the forest leads in, you start to see directly in front of where that portal is, the edge of the forest, you start to see little creatures either fly off into the distance or run out into the landscape. Raina, you would know that this most likely is the portal to the Pharaoh.
I'll say that and definitely point Compton's attention to it.
Okay, if my attention is drawn to it, how far away is that? Roughly.
It's going to be a couple hours to get there. So, like, you guys are up on the ridge. Miles, yeah. So let's just do math. Okay.
I did say roughly. It's more like
no. I'm trying to give you a rough. I'm not
right.
Keep going.
Because the questions that Compton has is if we can see it from miles away, it's probably pretty big, right?
Yeah, it's very big. Like it goes above the trees. It goes above the trees.
Okay, so this is like it's not just this small
no, not a pinpoint.
This is a massive.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'd probably say because it's gonna be an hour, it's gonna be about 5 miles away.
Okay. That's big.
Yeah.
That's really big.
Mm-hmm.
When Raina points it out, everybody else is obviously staring at it, right? Because we know that's everybody else is staring at this big thing out there. I think Compton will just like lean over to Raina and say, well, hold on. So, is that what you done come out of? You came out of that swirly bed?
Well, no, this time Farron summoned me.
No, when you left.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, it just kind of was like walking out of the woods.
Yeah, for you it was like walking out of a heavy snowstorm.
Yeah, it was just a snowstorm.
Oh, I get it, because this is when it's just easiest to pass through. So it's like, okay, no, this all tricks. Okay. When you was over there and you spent all that time, you didn't see like a school or nothing.
No.
No big building that was abandoned to the world. Never.
And once again, this forest is huge.
Yeah.
It's not like a little condensed forest. This is like almost the best way I could say it is like the what's the rainforest?
Amazon.
Amazon rainforest, right? Like, so she may have been in one area. Who knows what else was going in the other areas?
Yeah, but you don't know if you don't ask.
Yep.
Okay, well. Well, clearly we can't fucking deal with this tonight, right? Like, and he's now talking to the group. Like, we're not trying to fucking go in there tonight, right? We got a plan. We got to figure this shit out. Well, that's a couple hours away. And then what? Do we even know where we're going?
Well, no, but if we have to do it tonight, or else wait 90 days.
90 days together planning and figuring this shit out, I think is better than us just wandering off into the Fey realm where you are kind of wanted.
Yeah, I'm also wanted in town where I'd have to be.
But we can kill these motherfuckers. Not you, but we can kill these motherfuckers, right? Like if we had to.
You'll take a big swig of the stew. You could try.
I definitely said not you. You were a trick. This is fine.
I'm joking with you. He grabs you and like, "Grr." It's like you all. I do have a question. Are you all planning on trying to travel through there?
But we kind of need to. Is my hand still glowing?
Yeah, what's going
He
on?
will just lift up his hand and show him the gem. There is something in there I need to get to.
Well, I don't know what you have for resources or money, but I know the town will be more than happy to have you as long as you stay away from the upper spire. The druids do not mingle with our lesser intellectual individuals. You should be all right. Most of the people I know would not treat you out as long as you do not make waves. But if you run headlong, I sadly could not join you. As I do not run anything with the unknown. But if you wish to all proceed, I wish you luck. And if you are going to go, I would recommend going soon. As you do not want to get stuck in the woods when the moon goes down. That is for sure.
No, I don't think we should. But hold on a second. I'm gonna. Compton reaches out and grabs Roshan's wrist, the one that he's holding up like this. I'm just gonna grab it, and I'm going to physically point it away from the woods, just away in the opposite direction. Does it change anything on his? Nothing at all. Fuck.
It's been sort of buzzing since we got here.
Yeah.
Has that ever let up?
No. Like you
Okay.
know, the thing is, like, it's just informing you that you are near.
Yeah, but it's been constant.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's been sort of. I don't know if it's going to point so much as just let me know that it's here somewhere. Find it.
And I don't know if the forest is as large as Rain is saying it is. It would kind of be wild for it not to. It didn't get any stronger whatsoever in the hour we traveled from town to here.
Oh, it did.
A little. I mean, it's just been. I mean, if I focus on it, I can tell. Yeah, it's stronger. I almost said worse, but not. It's not bad. It's stronger than it was when we were in the cave or when we showed up from where we came from.
The best way I can describe it for you, Roshan, is you're not doing like the beep 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 beep. You're like, you've traveled, and it's like, oh, as we travel further and further in a direction, it starts to get a little bit more brighter, right? On it.
Yeah.
You start to be feeling a little bit more force to it. But it is we've traveled over hours of time. Now I know I'm going in the right direction.
Yeah, it wasn't instantaneous. It was.
So it's a larger proximity.
Exactly.
Yeah, I noticed it was this way in the cave, and by the time we'd gotten to town, I noticed it was stronger.
More, yeah.
And that's fine because it's still a compass.
Yeah.
It's just a delayed, larger, less
It's
precise
an area.
compass.
Yeah, it's an area. It's not a direction.
I don't know. I don't think. I think if we're a voting group and that's fine, I don't think we should be trying to go in there tonight. I think that's ill-advised. I don't think we're prepared. I think there's a lot we can learn about the area. We need some time
And
to
this does
figure
seem
some
like
shit
a
out.
good. This does seem like a good space or a good town to lay low in.
Yeah, I'm also very tired still, and I mean, I would like to spend at least one more day here for no reason other than I want to get some sleep.
Shouldn't fuck.
And also that, I mean, I wasn't going to make a thing of it, but yeah, that too.
Wait, is everybody here really direct about sex?
Why
It seemed like my experience?
Why would you hide things like that?
Hold on a second. I think you're uninformed, and I do apologize. I wouldn't. That's the reason I'm excited about it.
Then you get along here.
Oh shit! He looks at Raina immediately. Like, yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, this is nice. I like it. Maybe we could just live here forever. This is also well, that's kind of close to it. We'll figure this one out. Yeah. No, okay, let's not put the cart before the horse. Maybe here's a thought. I don't know. We hang out here for the 90 days. Maybe even take some of that time to go to Learnwick, because it is 2 weeks out. It's not too far. Like, we could, if theoretically, if we needed to.
If you wait 4 days, trade route will begin to Lordwick. Safest way to travel.
That's good. We also got a call Durant. And figure out what he want to do.
This all seems... Are you all going into the woods or no? Because if you wait
tonight,
here...
I don't think.
Looks at Raina.
Yeah. Not tonight, I guess.
Alright. This is all things you can worry about in the morning. Let's live in moment. We wait here for at least a couple more hours. And he's just... You see him, he just starts to like wiggle in and sets in, holds his knees to his chest, and is just watching the woods. You'll probably light a fire.
I have a question.
Yeah.
My tattoo was like always pretty tingly the further away I got. How?
When you pull off the armor, it is a glow.
No. Okay.
This is an important. This is an important question. Does it make your arm vibrate too?
And look at it.
No, hers has never been like a feeling. Hers has always been like a glow about it. Does anybody do anything over the next couple hours?
Well, what does she see when she looks at it?
I'm gonna sit next to Elmist. That's all.
All right, Raina, what are you doing when you look at your tattoo and see it's a glow?
I'm just gonna stare at it for a couple of seconds and pull my sleeve down lower over my hand, because it goes all the way down to my fingers.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'll pull my glove off and then put it back on.
It's pretty obvious. You're not hiding what you're doing.
No. And I'm sitting right next to you.
I think when Compton sees, like, he doesn't talk to you during this because it's like, you're doing a thing. But when he sees that you like, you roll it up and you see that it's glowing, and then you start to like roll it down as if to cover it and all that. I think, depending on how you would react, he's just going to take your hand and like, not the hand that you're using to roll your sleeve down, but the hand that has a tattoo on it, right? He's just gonna slide his hand into your hand and like interlock his fingers and just look at you like in a way that's like, you don't need to do that anymore. You don't, like, you might not like it, but it doesn't own you. Like, we've got it.
I'll squeeze your hand back and just lean on your shoulder.
You know, I think like it's kind of unfortunate that we found ourselves here when we did, but at the same time, maybe it's for the best, because all this time we've been trying to figure out how to resolve a situation we didn't control, right? But if you think about it, now we do kind of control it. Like
Yeah. It's
it's not. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, there's a. I mean, I don't think I haven't told you that we haven't had a chance to talk. I have information on how to get rid of it and um how to take care of the whole Althea situation.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that's the first time you done talked about your grandma by name, and like I'd heard it, and I did make a note of it in my brain box. I wasn't gonna tell you that I wrote it on my arm, but I did, mostly because I didn't want to forget. But the point is I feel like it's a big deal that I know, and I feel like it's a big deal that the group knows, and I know that we'll all do what we can to just put her in the ground or whatever you want, because it don't have to be death. But I mean, if you want her to die, we could do that too.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens when we get there.
Okay. Also, I've been thinking about this. Do you think we can find? And I kind of look past her a little bit to Farron, back a way to fix Farron's affliction with my body, because he's a lonely boy, and I just want to touch his cheek, just a little one, without like hitting him with my hand.
And speaking of that, Farron, what are you doing right now?
The stew is gone. He ate it all.
Yep.
I think he's just enjoying the view, mostly the lights. He's kind of what?
No, keep talking.
He's kind of gotten bored with the woods area and the portal to the realm, and he's just looking up, just vibing.
Are you sitting away? Like, so you were sharing your stew with Elmith, but are you sitting away from him?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you're sitting away from Compton and Reyna.
Yeah.
After a while of you staring into the lights, Elmith will look at Roshan and then will look at you, and he goes, "No, this does not work." And he stands up, he grabs you, drags you over, and does the double arm, like, "This is comfy. This is comfy. We good. We watch. You look." And he points towards the cliff, like the mountain range far off in the distance. "This you will like." And he like leans towards you. He's like, "You will like these." And as the Aurora Borealis over the forest is going, the portal has started to slowly diminish within the woods. You see the sun start to peer over the mountains far off into the range, and the Tulamine moon doesn't set. It almost like it shimmers out of existence from this realm. But as it does, the Aurora Borealis over the woods starts to shimmer and expand over the woods, becoming larger and larger, almost like a rift in either space or time. And it starts to drift down like a fog over the woods. And as it does, you start to see and hear a cacophony, almost like chimes going off in the distance, as the trees start to turn to pure ice, and then the humming of chimes just going off as you see all of these trees shimmer into pure glass, where they were just normal pine trees before. It's just this beautiful sight of nothing but almost like a glass forest in front of you as the sun rises and shines and sparkles off. This is what we were waiting for. Deadly, but beautiful. Where it was the mistwoods, now it is the more frostwoods. Now is the time for harvest. Now is time to remember what you work. Why this is so amazing is these trees naturally take hundreds of years to age to the point of this crystallization. Here, one night every 90 days, we get to witness this. And this is good. This is something to remember. And we'll end the session there.
Yeah.
Bro, we walked into a problem. Fucking, you're telling me that these things are as amazing as they are, and there isn't some greedy son of a bitch out there who's like, oh, we can capitalize on a 90-day turnaround.
Oh no, there
We're in
is.
the middle of a fucking mob situation again. God damn it.
Oh no, there is, but there's a reason why. Yeah,
It's fine. We'll deal with it. We dealt with it in course, so we can deal with it here.
I think that we're better off here because all these dudes want to fuck, so we're like good. Like we are set. This is a great place to be.
Yeah.
We came equipped with the currency of like popularity here.
But everybody out there, I just want to say thank you so much, because this is our last session of the year. We're taking the 30th off to have a wonderful time. It sounds like they're going to LearnWork, so I got to get that planned out as well.
I don't know if we're going to LearnWork.
You got to let me know.
Yeah.
But I just need to say this for all these people who've been coming along for our adventure over the year that we've been doing this. It hasn't been a year, but it's still been a while since we started streaming it. I just need to say, like, it's been awesome. We run this game as a home game. It's why we don't really talk too much in the chat. I focus on my players, making sure that, you know, everybody gets their time to shine in the spotlight. I'm gonna get you, Ghost. I'm gonna get you out of that shell, and I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna open it and crush it and be like, let you grow. I'm gonna get you.
And you're gonna feel the pain too.
Yeah.
Can't wait. So excited.
And the fact of the matter is that we get people who comment on it, talk about it, ask questions, are liking it, which is great, because it makes me feel that I'm telling a good story. My players tell me, but you guys as well. And it's just, you know, you put yourself out there. I was very afraid to start streaming this, but here we are a year later, and I'm having a blast. It's thanks to my players. They make me want to come back week after week after week after week to keep running this game. And so big shout out to all of you, my wonderful players, who make this such a great joy to run. So
you always try to give us the credit, and I mean, like, we know that it's look, we're part of it. I know,
okay.
I know what you're gonna say. It takes players, but it takes a lot of your work. It takes a lot of your work.
Yeah.
And you deserve. Look, we know you do the least amount of work at the table, Grim, but still, it's appreciated. Okay.
But I just want to say also to all of you out there, I just love knowing that you guys are enjoying it, vibing with it, and going in. And here's the thing, they're ramping up. Like, this was softball opening, but you guys are going woo on a Richter scale of travel now. So things are going to be getting going. These guys are level 9 now. We're starting to get to mid-tier gameplay at this point. So I think the encounters are going to become a bit more difficult for you guys. You guys are really liking the puzzles, so I'm going to do my best to keep incorporating more puzzles into the damn game. But huge, I can go to large portions now. Huge thank you to all of you out there who stop by and watch, because I get to tell a story, and you guys are for it, and it's great, and I love it, and I'm having a huge time. Yes.
Okay. I didn't want to interrupt because you say such kind things, and I think it's important that I don't interrupt those things. Folks at home, I posted a link. It's in the chat. Here's an important piece of information. Some of you are new. This is session 54. There's, Splinter knows the number. Hundreds of hours of what is, I guess, called capital C content. I don't know if that's accurate. If this, what we've got going on is something that you're actually interested in, and you're like, I fucking love this, you don't got to watch all that shit. We have almost every single session posted to YouTube, right? Except for I think like the first 13, because that wasn't a thing we were doing at the time. So if you're interested in the story and you're like, oh, I really want to know what's happening, you don't have to watch all of that. We recap every previous session at the beginning of every new session. So if you can skip through the early, hey guys, how's it going, blah blah blah, and you get to the recap part, you can pretty much get every previous session's full story in the first 10 to 15 minutes of each episode. So just keep that in mind. You don't have to do it, but if you're interested and want to know more, it's available to you on the YouTube link that's in the chat.
And I'm working harder to become good at DaVinci. So I am trying to make that a story so far video that we will post up on the YouTube when it is complete, that you can just like, hey, can you just do a cinematic opening of what you've done so far? And it'll be there sooner or later. I'm doing my best. But
I do.
yes.
Only because it got brought up, it's bears saying that currently available for public viewing on that YouTube channel, there is 164 hours and 34 minutes of capital C content.
Depressy, which by the way, Depressy, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the adventuring group. Has a question of how nerve-wracking is it for you guys to be streaming during the session?
I don't know how to stream. It scares me.
Oh, fuck her
I'm
off.
so
This guy.
good at it. It's like
Shut up,
breathing.
Rob.
I feel like not
I
at all,
will-
because we talked about it before we started streaming, that we were just going to keep playing like we always have, and
Yep.
pretend like it didn't exist. I think it was more nerve-wracking when we were talking about it, before we actually did it. And then once we did our first session on stream, it was like, oh, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah,
It was
and
the same game.
and that's it to a lot of people out there that you'll notice we don't have like give the players advantage, give the players inspiration, give all of this stuff to them, or have the DM do this and that and that, because I'm running the game for my wonderful players. And I want them to have the most fun that they can. And we took in the group. I was like, hey, would you guys enjoy this? And they were like, that's not really for us. So I was like, great, no problem. And this is why we do it. This is why I would love to stop and say thank you to the Raiders, and that's why I do it now. So I'm gonna do this right now. Code Wizard, Shrimp Toaster, LBMX King, the King. Thank you for the raids. Angelic Storm, Depressy, Nora Tails, I think. Thank you for the follows, Verbal Hero. Please stop doing that. Ghoulian the Gray, Nukester, thank you for the resubscriptions. I always do them at the end. I do see you all. I do see it in the chat. I love to see it, and I really want to shout you out at the end. I apologize I don't do it in the moment, but I want to focus on what my players are doing, that I make sure I don't miss what they are RPing, so it's not a, oh, hey, you did that really cool thing. Could you say that again for me real quick? Because I find that insulting to my players. So we mostly always focus on the game, and we want to tell a story. But if you go to the Discord of the community, which I share with the wonderful Verbal Hero over here who plays Compton, which we'll give a nice, cool shout out to that awesome guy. Check out his channel. He's super fucking vibed. Me and him share a Discord channel that if you want to pop in and ask as many questions as you want about the campaign, as long as it's not spoilers for my group, I will answer them out in the open as much as I can. So that's the thing.
Yeah. Also, this is a thing, like, to answer your question truthfully and not be a troll. You forget you're doing it like Opteria says. Like, if you're actually playing and you're enjoying your time with your friends, it kind of just falls to the back. The only reason I know that we're streaming is because I'm modding.
Mhm.
Like, I'm keeping an eye to make sure that funny things get pinned, because that's what you do. And if somebody shows up that shouldn't be here, I can take care of it, because Grim has a job, and he shouldn't be doing that too. But if you've got a good table with you and you aren't worried about putting on a show, you're focused on having a good time, I think the nerve-wracking part just goes away, right? Because it's not a show, it's fun with your friends.
Mm-hmm. That was exactly it. We're here to have fun with all of us. And Verbal Hero told me, hey, you should start streaming this just so that people can see the story that's going on. And that's all it was. It was never a, let's do this and do that and everything. It was just, let's just put the story online. If people vibe it, people vibe it. People don't, people don't. People like what they like. And we're just out here telling the story, and we love to see people come in, vibe with it, enjoy it. And that's, once again, why we have the Discord, that if people want to come in and just be like, either DM tips, player questions, campaign ideas, anything like that.
Too.
Yeah, we're all there, that we're happy to answer questions. That's it. That's really it. No session next Saturday, everybody. Because we're
I fucking hate it.
I know you fucking hate it. We're usually here every week, and here's the thing: we went to the lights with my kids today for Christmas. That's why we started at 9. We normally start at 8 EST every Saturday. These players are crazy. They show up every Saturday. I'm so happy to run every Saturday for them. That's where we are. That's where we're here. And that's not going to change going forward in 2024. As far as I know, we talked about that other thing. I don't think it went anywhere. And I'm okay with it if we just want to keep going the way we're going. So
schedule is subject to change. If it does, folks, you'll be informed.
You'll be
it's
informed.
It's not going to be an out of the park thing. Okay.
Always on Saturdays, starting at 8 EST. We're always here. But I will be here next Saturday. I don't know if any of my players are going to stop by. It's probably going to be a chill night. And if you want to stop by, we're probably just going to do like a Q&A of what's going on in the session so far, how people are doing, vibing, play some games while we do that, and really just
I'm here for it.
Try and relax with everybody. And I'm probably going to write some questions for all of you guys. And I would actually like if you guys wrote questions for me and be like, hey, was this out your ass, or was this blah 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 blah. And I think it'll just be a real cool of like 2023 behind the scenes, what happened where, and the moments that we've lived thus far in the year.
That sounds like a lot of fucking fun.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
I will just very quickly to go back to the streaming question, because I also gave a shithead answer. The hardest part is the first hour of the first session. After that, it's easy breezy. Like I didn't talk about it at the time because I didn't want, because it was established very clearly in this group when we started streaming, like, hey, if a single person doesn't want to do this, we don't do it. And I was freaking out the first hour of that first session. I was having a real bad time. But after that, and every session since, it's been lovely.
Am I really the only person who was just like balls to the wall about it? Like, fuck
you
it.
were 100%.
There was a fucking streamer before we did it.
Yeah.
You went up there and put your face on the screen for fun.
No,
I do.
You probably were, but here's the thing. It's once again going back to, I think when we all realized that everybody was going to just be playing the game as we've been playing the game up until that point, everybody went, oh, okay, we're good. This is fine. This is fine. No one's being streamer man boy on the game, and we were fine after that. But yes, I was worried about that when we started streaming this game. I was like, I don't want to become that type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
if any of us had played up, it would have been. Yeah.
And I think we had a conversation right after the first stream. Went, hey guys, let's not do this. But I've kept these people far over the time we normally end at, which is 12. So
when you say these people, do you mean us? Because we live here with you.
No, I know, but we usually end the stream and vibe afterwards. But I do want to say to all of you, this is normally what I say, but it's a very true thing. You don't need the dice. You don't need these type of overlays. You don't need these fancy webcams or microphones or all that stuff. You don't even need the DM books. You don't even need dice. All you need to do is find some like-minded people, get out there, put yourselves out, and go on a fun adventure. That's all you need. All this other stuff is just filler. If you got a story to tell and people to tell it with, go out, have your fun, do that one. And on top of that, I'm adding this because I've been seeing this a lot. Just put yourself out there. If you go crazy and you play the way you want to play, if people don't vibe with it the first time you meet certain people, guess what? Those aren't the people you're going to play tabletop RPGs with. There's so many people out there. You're going to meet those people that freaking eat the stuff that you're putting down, right? So don't get discouraged. Don't think it's you. It's not a you thing. It's just that everybody has different ways they play. You're going to meet those people who go and look at you and go, my God, you want to ride a goat up the mountain and then all of a sudden try to evolve it into a Pokemon type style thing? Awesome. I'm for it. You're going to meet those people. So don't get discouraged. Don't feel like you can't play these type of games because your ideas aren't quote unquote correct. There's no gatekeeping in tabletop RPGs. Go have fun. Go play the way you want to play. The only thing any table will ever ask you to do is just play with them and be involved. So go out, have some fun, go on some adventures, everybody, and we will see you next week here for just a real chill stream. And then back in 2024 on the, what would this be? The 6th. We're gonna go and have some more D&D. Depressy, man, woman, don't know enough you will that yet. Stop by on the Discord. We're happy to talk about D&D, tabletop RPGs, everything like that. And I'm hoping in 2024 to do some other stuff to help more people get into it. So don't stress about it. And like I said, if the first group you ever meet isn't vibing with what you're putting down, don't take it personally. Don't think it's you. Just think it's not the right group for you. Sooner or later, you're going to find those people. I found these people in a terrible game. It wasn't a game for us.
It was bad.
Yeah. We didn't.
Game.
Yeah, it's a terrible game. We didn't. It wasn't for us. It wasn't that the DM, the way you play it. Once again, people will love the way you play the game. It wasn't for us, but we all met very common minded, and then we formed this. We're here. We're happy. We're having fun. Everybody, please have a great night. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Penis.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.